30 bombs objective, which means capacity upgrades do matter. This is normal logic today, so we will not be expecting any over-the-top tricks in the logic this time around, but we are off. On stream today, we have Asder, Solsky, and Maniacal running for us, an all-star cast for this performance.
It's always nice to have a race that's more fun and less super competitive.
You got that right, and it looks like all of our runners will be taking the Criteria portal to go straight into Super Link to the Past.
Super Link to the Past, I like it.
I mean, it is a Super Nintendo game. Their first check is the first check is Hylia Island, giving us 20 rupees, or showing us 20 rupees, I should say.
There's one of our missiles that we need for the the bottom left corner.
Yep, 40 plus missiles and 40 plus arrows. Now, the missiles won't be too difficult. The arrows, on the other hand, are not as common.
You can still go to the island ferry and buy them, right? If you don't have enough.
You can buy the arrows, but you still need to get the capacity upgrades.
Gotcha. So it looked like the tier 3 troop pool was bombs, which is really nice.
Yeah, everybody pretty much following the same path, going to check out the Uncle chest. The Uncle himself giving us an energy tank, and the chest giving us the Quake medallion.
Quack. Good early. Probably not going to be as useful in this particular kind of race, but still nice to have.
Yeah, according to our objectives list, we only have to deal with 3 Dark World dungeons. However, we do need to also reach the Turtle Rock Big Chest. And as this is not inverted, we do have to open the front door.
Yeah, so that Quake medallion may be needed.
Just a pack of power bombs in the sanctuary, not too noticeable for the time being. Not usable until we find our morph ball.
We got Solsky heading up to Sahasrala's hut, and Asder's heading to the Lost. Missiles and the Thieves' Hut. We got super missiles, bomb upgrade, and ice beam. So that's one of the things we already have in the fourth column. Collect ice beam or ice rod. So that one's.
All right, good start there for Solsky. Now, regarding going back to the 40 arrows, luckily the cap for them is already 30, so they only need to find plus 10 arrows total, and then they're good.
That's very true.
And I'm sorry, I blinked and missed what was on the lumberjack ledge from Maniacal there.
No, I did not see it either.
I will check my playback. It looks to be a pack of missiles.
Probably not going to go back for that.
Nah, there's plenty other spots to get the rest of those 40 missiles. Now, as we mentioned at the start, the runners do not necessarily have to beat Ganon and Mother Brain for this race. They just have to complete the bingo card, and then, which in this case involves finishing in a room with a fire snake.
The only things of interest in the thieves or the bottom of thieves or Blind's hut, was a bottle and 50.
Yeah, bottle's good though, because that's an easy sick kid check.
Could be something useful there as well. You have morph ball bombs at the bottom of the well. That's nice for not soft locking yourself.
Yeah, more importantly, once we get morph ball, that means we can fly.
Excellent. And the red cane was also in the bottom of the well.
Pretty critical component for later down the road, as that is a component of reaching the Turtle Rock Big Chest. Ooh, very nice 100 rupees, but you get a speed booster for your trouble.
I'd say it's value.
Well, at least we can go fast in one game. Oh, and the chickens had a very valuable egg, being our morph ball.
Speak of the devil. And what's Sick Kid holding for us today? Super missiles.
Explosive boy packing big launcher.
Planning some destruction, is he?
I hope not. But yeah, Super Metroid is looking pretty good to start out with. Morph Ball plus bombs plus speed booster. That allows us to check a lot of stuff.
I
Not to
believe
mention
I've
we have a
also,
pack of power bombs.
yeah, I was gonna say, I believe I've also seen a pack of power bombs too, so that's gonna be even better.
All right, what's on the library today? Powder.
That's debatable whether they're gonna come back for that or not.
Fascinating.
Race game's just an E-tank, not coming back for that. They do need 5 of them though to finish the.
Yep, they do. Although I don't know if it's just me, but when I see SMZ3, I see a lot of energy tanks flying around nowadays.
I don't play it because I'm terrible at SMs. Going through the dam is the flute in the chest in the front, which is kind of unfortunate because now he has to go back to Kakariko to activate it, but it's also nice to.
Yeah, that's a nice extra way to get into Death Mountain. By extension, another way into Super Metroid via the Lower Norfair Business Center portal.
And underwater is just some bombs. Azra's going to head over to Mini Moldorm Cave. And while Maniacal is picking up that energy tank at the base game, and so is Solsky.
Yeah, they figure, I'd wager they're trying to get their objective done ahead of time a little bit, just in case they can skip E-tanks later that might be in a more annoying location, like Wreck Ship Reserve.
Yeah, it's just one less E-tank they gotta get for later on. Plus, added survival, so you don't die in Super Metroid, because that's bad.
Indeed, we had a map check from Maniacal, but did not see what it was. I'll take a quick look on my playback as soon as he comes out.
Then Mini Moldorm Cave was trash. Utterly trash.
Makes sense, because last night it once again had 4 items in it.
Yeah, Mini Moldorm Cave is usually something you can count on, but today is just completely disappointing.
Yeah, we did have our map check, and it was Hera and Eastern regular crystals, Red Crystal Desert Palace.
Outstanding.
So we have 3 pendants in the Dark World today.
And Asder's heading down to fight the Bomb Chorizo. With him picking up Morph Ball bombs in Link to the Past, he will have to fight, because having bombs is what starts the fight, is what the trigger for the boss, or mini-boss, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that is the price we pay to Canfly.
And he picked up a bomb capacity upgrade, which is something he does need. And Bomb Trees is dead.
Yeah.
So,
just deliver 2 super missiles to the abdomen and bye-bye. Ooh, Bush Crab's giving us additional bombs.
And a heart. I saw a heart in there too. That's weird.
That's like, I think there's like a second pool, a second item that the Bush Crabs can drop after a certain number have been launched.
I didn't know that.
Sort of like a grand prize, if you will.
It looked like the Terminator was just missiles. The back of Gauntlet looked like it was a red rupee, and I couldn't see the other.
Yeah, seeing some interesting plays and skips from our runners. We've got Maniacal going back into Super Metroid, and the other item in Gauntlet was... I couldn't see it either.
Maniacal's already got 4 E-tanks.
wasting no time trying to complete that.
Oh, plasma and criteria power bombs.
That's a good one. So Spazer's already useless.
Yeah, let's see. What's Aster gonna get here? I see arrows, and he throws up. So I have no idea what he's.
Yeah, I see. It's not an arrow cap upgrade. It's just 10 sticks. Don't know what the other two items are. But I imagine somebody else on our restream will take their will get over to that area to pick those up, especially considering how many items there are.
I switched the audio just because we better continue continuity with what we're listening.
Fair enough. And we have front of gauntlet containing the mushroom.
Again, that's useful.
Yeah, it's a fetch quest that leads to another item, which, if it's a bomb cap upgrade, is actually important. Ooh, but there's our moon pearl on the moat, and that is perfectly in logic with a nice little shine spark.
Or just a little jump like he did. Is that jump's not in logic there?
The item is in logic with speed booster, so yeah,
Gotcha.
we're not sequence breaking.
We're able to get to see what's in the back of Gauntlet now from the Maniacal. It's 20 rupees and piece of heart, so nothing really too big, but you do need eight heart pieces. 8 heart containers? Is that what we're going for, or is it actual pieces?
It's heart pieces.
So I have no idea how many we picked up. At least 2.
Yeah, admittedly, I've lost track myself. I did notice when Asder came back that there was another bomb cap upgrade in the Edicoons. In the Edicoon shaft. And the nice thing about going to Burnstar now is the waterway check is free courtesy of that early speed booster. There is another hard piece at Mission Impossible.
That was a nice escape from Mission Impossible by Asder as well. Magic Cape and Alpha Power Bombs.
That cape is concerning. And I've been saying you first.
I was considering we've only seen the Moon Pearl for Dark World exit. We do need to go there because we do have to clear 3 Dark World dungeons, as per the card.
Yes, indeed. And we finally get to see what those other 2 items in the back of early supers were, and it was a heart piece and 50 rupees. I would wager Asder picked up the heart piece.
I'm going to say yes. Ooh, high jump boots in the above the early super, or at the early supers room location.
Yeah, and Asder picked up hook shot above charge beam and 10 sticks in charge beam.
Wow. Hook shot, flute, Death Mountain exit.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Some red goo and green hills.
2 early bottles.
Answer a question in chat. Yes, we are doing Blackout Bingo. They have to fill the entire card, and the first person to do that completes the race. We got Solsky heading over towards Kraid.
Yeah, a couple of items to check back here, and one... Well, actually, the boss kill... I'm taking another quick look at the bingo card. It may not be important today.
The Solsky did just get his 5th energy tank, so we can cross off I4 from the list. I like your theory better than mine, so we're just going to go with yours.
Yep, that's N4. Yep, there goes N4.
That's what I meant. I can't read it. I don't even know who's doing that part of the tracking, but I know that our 2 trackers are Death by Snoo Snoo and Sir Revolving Ocelot. So those are the guys tracking for us. I don't know who's doing the bingo card. So That's going to be something. Yes, sir. Sir, revolving ocelot. I thought that'd be,
Ooh, Solsky not getting the quick kill. We got some DLC to purchase today for our runners, or for Solsky at least. Ooh, Maniacal just barely getting the Mission Impossible.
Okay, so it looks like the other hacker is Duder K, not Death by Snoozer. My bad. You know, I can solve this problem. Or not. There it is.
Ooh, Spring Ball behind
Wavegate?
Wavegate, yeah. And just missiles behind Kraid.
Yeah, we're up to 25, so we're over halfway there. They're doing a Spore Spawn skip even though they need to kill Spore Spawn. Interesting.
I imagine that oh yeah, they do have to kill Spore Spawn. They have to kill both Spore Spawn and Gold Turizo. You are absolutely right. I blinked for a minute and thought it was one or the other.
Nope, it's both. We finally get to see a boss that we very rarely see in this round.
Absolutely.
You don't see Spore Spawn very often in the combo randomizer, if at all. I believe there's very, very small circumstances where you actually have to.
Yeah, like if you don't have power bombs for the Spore Spawn skip.
You also need a super missile for the Spore Spawn skip.
Very true. Just 10 sticks and red rupees so far in the North Fair Business Center. What is on the high jump? Turizo statue. Some super missiles, which Solsky likes to pick up.
Michael's doing the waterway check right now, which is very free with the early speed booster we got.
Yeah, you don't need to wade through the water while with Gravity Suit because there's just enough room to get a charge for Shine Spark.
For a third bottle.
Wow, so we got 3 bottles at just about 18 minutes.
Oh, look at that. It's got colors for each of our runners. I didn't even pay attention to that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was actually kind of curious because both of us, as you said earlier, are doing this first time. So I was very curious to know how they were going to mark for each individual runner. But now we know.
That's awesome. I like it.
Me too. There is a book on Spectacle Rock. Ooh,
well, we need that.
Yeah, we do. One of the objectives is to break the Ether Tablet, or as the card calls it, the Ether Monolith. And that was X-ray scope inside Spectacle Rock. And we already have plasma beam, so that is 2 components of the microwave beam. And in fact, you can still microwave without charge. It just won't work on bosses.
Yes, indeed. Which usually, if you don't need to microwave things, because most things die very quickly to play. But it's nice to have.
Ooh, and Maniacal finding the hammer in the vanilla morph ball spot, ironically.
Well, wow.
That is definitely a big one.
We got Solsky going to Ice Beam location to pick up 5 missiles.
And Alpha Missiles was vanilla. And the other item in Retro Brinstar on the left side was a Nope Tank.
And we're going to go see the Billy Mays room.
Just a hard piece in Crumple Tower. Asdor elects to pass up on that one. Given what we found, I have to agree with what you said earlier, and I say East Death Mountain's a good call to make now, especially since now we can get to Tower of Hera.
There's a lot of checks up there.
Oh, and you know what else? With that Book of Mandora, we can also get into Desert Palace, and another one of our objectives is the Desert Palace Compass.
Such a weird objective. Were these objectives randomly rolled, or did they choose these things?
I
Like,
think
what's
these
going
were
on here?
randomly rolled.
We got Sosky fighting Crocomire. Always been on. Ooh, screw attack in the Billy Mays room. Ooh.
As well as a nice bomb refill. Oh, yeah, that's right. We need Mirror for Book because it's on Spectacle Rock. We just saw it. But yeah, Screw Attack, that is an excellent find.
That makes most of the game, most of the enemies in the game trivial.
Yeah, especially in Lower Norfair.
It's nice to just run through the Stooges. I think Asder is going to rescue the old man.
Yep. Sequence breaking this real quick. Makes sense. It's going to give them a respawn point for later. The other thing is Solsky also, all of our runners do have to get to the grapple beam pedestal as part of their objectives with N5.
Maniacal just picked up his 40th missile, so he's halfway done with it.
Ooh, and with our speed booster, we can get a nice early check of Shaft Super or not.
Just as you think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, now one thing that also has to happen is our runners have to activate the Criteria save station, which is pretty much directly above where Maniacal is standing.
Ah, okay, so that's where it is. I had no idea where that was. Right above the 230 missile location. Gotcha.
Yeah, in the combo randomizer, all of the maps are already filled in. No need to visit the map rooms.
Okay, so Maniacal has found the criteria save state. Does he already have 40 arrows? Dang.
I'm not sure. I don't think we saw. I know we saw at least one arrow capacity upgrade.
I mean, technically, we only need 2. So, I mean,
And I don't know if that was the +5 or the one of the +5s or the +10.
I have no idea.
It was a +10.
Wow, okay.
Okay, so yeah, that is B5 done for Maniacal. Maniacal is starting to see his section of the card come to life here, but we are getting a Paradox Cave check from Asder.
Silver arrows, that's kind of nice, especially if we choose to, use it to kill some of the bosses in the Dark World. 300 rupees, too, that's also going to be useful. So now we have enough money to pay off the King of...
Yes, we do. And another objective is to spend 1,500 rupees. Ooh, Solsky finding Ether in the Croc Escape area from the, I believe this is the cosign room.
I believe you're correct.
But he is going to elect to farm a little bit because he is doing this well out of logic, as this does expect you to have Variasuit.
Logic is merely a suggestion for these guys.
Pretty much. Yeah, this is a normal difficulty seed, so Suitless Meridia and Hell runs are not expected today. Although, as you said, that will not stop them.
Yeah, these guys don't care about that.
I think Asder is currently sitting at, if I looked at his menu correctly, 3 heart pieces, because I don't think he got a health refill from any heart piece fill-ups. Solsky is going to... Oh, I think he may have skipped out on Grapple Beam pedestal by mistake.
Ooh.
Unless Grapple Beam is cosign room and I got my rooms mixed up. I don't think it is, though.
He checked the Indiana Jones room. I think he did go to Grapple.
Oh, he didn't check the the item behind Crocomire. Okay.
Pretty sure he went to the Grapple Beam room. I think it was just 10 sticks, honestly.
All right, we've got Maniacal making the play to wreck ship.
That's a early call, but nice.
Oh, chat's saying it's a different item.
So now, yeah, Maniacal definitely has 40 arrow capacity because he just picked up another 10 arrow capacity.
Alrighty then. But yeah, wrecked ship isn't looking like too bad of a play, all things considering. We have a few energy tanks. We have speed booster, so we can check reserve. There's the swag net in Bubble Mountain. Solsky really taking this Hell Run stuff to its limit here.
Well, I mean, he's already here. You might as well just keep going. While Maniacal's taking on everybody's favorite Ghost of Argus.
Yeah, not necessarily required, but this does light up the rest of the wrecked ship.
Asdru picking up his plasma beam.
Now, it should be noted, Solsky has not picked up, it looks like, the high jump boots. So is still having a little bit of, still has to try really hard with his ice beam to navigate around to get up these ledges.
He doesn't appear to be having too much of a difficulty, though. And resetting out of that room because there's nothing useful.
As they're picking up that Moon Pearl after Shine Sparking through the moat.
I suspect Solsky's going to go check the speed booster location next.
Probably.
And he's making those ice beam shots look so easy. When I struggle for half an hour trying to do that stuff.
Indeed. We're getting another look at the flooded items from Asdur. It was just a missile pack down there. And yeah, Solsky is going to farm real quick, get some health refills.
I don't blame him. Dying, I mean, it's not like, he just said, so dying's not that bad, but it's still not.
Yeah, it's still about 30 minutes to 30 seconds rather, I should say, to reload the game.
Yep.
Just has to make sure to be careful getting out, since the lava will rise.
And just some more cash.
Yeah, and I think Maniacal just found another arrow capacity upgrade in the east side of Wreck Ship.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have plenty of arrows. And actually seeing the speed booster location is required because the N5 was one of the things we need.
Yeah, interesting. Currently, it seems like it's a bit of a bout between Maniacal and Solsky, as both of them have 3 cards completed. Or 3 squares, I should say.
Yeah, Solsky's definitely taking this hell run to heart. He just keeps going. It was an excellent. Oh no, Asdru didn't kill him.
Ooh's got to be a little bit careful here, but luckily does have the health and plasma beam to definitely tank these fireballs for just a little while.
That's a good question, Duder. I don't know. Solsky reset after seeing the speed booster location. I'm assuming that keeps the card because he did see it.
Yeah, because they did go out of the way to make the check.
Maniacal getting Jack Squat in the spike room of death.
Yeah, but now he's going to head to the attic, and there's a few checks up in this neck of the woods. Now, Solsky also reset a missile pack during that, so his missile count went back down to 30. At least I think there was a missile pack in Speed Booster somewhere.
There was two rupees in Speed Booster that I saw.
Okay, I think there was still a missile pack somewhere. Well, either way, he's sitting at 30 missiles, so he's not near the cap yet.
I have a feeling we'll get there though. There's what 250 max capacity.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
No, wait, I think there's 230 because 230 missiles are caught up 230 because of the last missiles you're going to pick up in 100% run.
That's right.
Solsky's activating his flute, and the duck is going to be a muck. The goose is loose. All hail the magic. Release the Kraken. You know, we could do this all day.
All right, yeah. With that flute, I wager a trip to Death Mountain is up next on Solsky's agenda.
I'm gonna say, wow, not at all.
He's getting Meyer and Nagina's, not Meyer, Desert Legend Nagina's cave out of the way real quick. Because, yeah, we have not seen Nagina's cave yet.
Desert Legend, just a bloopy.
And the speed booster locked item in Wreck Ship is just another pack of missiles. Astor picking up that energy tank from Spiky Room of Death.
Let's see what Fart Cave has for us today. I just think that name is particularly funny. More missiles. There's bomb capacity and missiles in the sky. There's 20 rupees underneath it, and we're gonna go see what the gravity suit location is.
I'm surprised. Did Maniacal pick that up? I blinked and I missed it.
Pick what up? The rupee?
The bomb cap upgrade.
Yes, he did.
Okay, good.
I believe he shine sparked up there.
Alrighty, we are going bowling now.
And Solsky's going to check Ice Rock Cave, which I don't think we've seen.
No, we have not.
We still don't have a glove.
And that's going to be the 40th missile pack for Solsky.
I don't know how many arrows he's got, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember if he picked up the plus 10, the first plus 10 that we saw. I know there's plenty in Wreck Ship, but he's not been there yet.
It's kind of fun to keep us guessing, too, because I got no idea. He's doing his fake flipper checks now.
Yeah, it does have the Moon Pearl, so can go all the way up to the Waterfall Ferry. Ooh, there's 300 more rupees in Gravity Suit.
Very nice to have. Man under the bridge just carrying some missiles.
All right, looks like Maniacal's next stop is Red Tower.
And Solsky's headed up to do the Zora check. I'm assuming he's got Moon Pearl, so he can get into the pyramid ferry, the Waterfall Ferry cave, and get that.
He can, although still, Zora is still out of logic right now. We don't have glove or flippers.
Strangely enough, 30 minutes in, still none of those. It was interesting. Hey, it's a vanilla boomerang. The best meringue in the Waterfall Fairy Cave. And Solsky doesn't have enough rupees to talk to get money for, get the thing from Zora. Which
Ooh, yeah. And there was a lot of rupees at,
oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
He's soft locked. Can he flute away?
If he stops getting hit, then maybe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, that works too.
I didn't know that you could get out of that.
But yeah, with not enough cash to pay off the King of All Scams, does need to reset and now go to Super Metroid. I imagine Rex Ship is next up on his to-do list.
Probably. I mean, we haven't seen any dungeons yet. Haven't done escape. We don't have any major good weapons to do so. Oh, we have a hammer. Somebody picked up
Maniacal
a
has
hammer.
hammer. Yeah,
Sorry,
because
it's not lit up on a tracker, so I forgot we got it.
I think it was Maniacal who went to Retro Brinstar.
I've already forgotten who's gotten what already.
It was either Maniacal or Solsky. It is Maniacal. Thank you, Tracker. Thank you, Trackers.
They keep us honest. They're like a secondary brain for us.
To answer question in chat, Hammer was in Retro Brinstar, Vanilla Morph Ball.
Solsky's trying to do a short charge, and he got it, and he's gonna zoom his way over the moat.
Yeah, now Solsky is going to go in and get the +10 arrows from the Dark Spike Room E-Tank, and that will give Solsky his B5.
20 rupees in the red side hopper room. I don't remember if that's the actual name or what, but that's...
All right, so yeah, now everybody's kind of backpedaling through each other's checks, but there's not a lot of clear indication of where to go here. The only area we've got... Actually, I'm thinking this through for a minute. We can't check Norfair because no Varia suit. We can't check Meridia because no Gravity suit.
Tower of Hera is the only real place we can go.
Yeah.
Along with Eastern, obviously.
Yeah, Tower of Hera and Eastern Palace are the only checks we have not seen and can do. We have seen Pink Bryn, including Waterway.
I believe Hookshot was the item above Vanilla Charge Beam.
Yes. Yeah, still though, none of our runners have done the Spore Spawn fight yet. And considering they've already full cleared Pink Bryn, that's gonna have to be an out-of-the-way objective. Oh, Solsky hasn't checked Brinstar, okay. Actually, that makes sense, because yeah, Solsky's still missing his hook shot.
I think he typically skips Brinstar.
He does.
He does that often. And usually when he does, Brinstar is loaded. Now, in this case, it's not loaded. It's just got a couple useful items, but...
But yeah, as far as logical checks remaining, all we have left is Eastern Palace and Tower of Hera, I think. And Shaft Supers. We haven't seen Shaft Supers. Because Maniacal was right there and just whizzed right by him. Or
perhaps he forgot that he had Speed Booster.
Yeah, Maniacal also doing the Hell Run to the Ice Beam location. I'm curious to know what we're going to find though in our remaining checks. So, assuming we can, assuming we can get both items in Hera and all 3 items in Eastern, that's 5 potential up for grabs. So there's still significant possibility of either conventional Dark World access or AGA 1. Although for AGA 1, we need both a lamp and a sword, and for Dark World access, otherwise we just need a glove.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a glove and rather not a sword and a lamp. But you know, we probably need both.
Yeah, either way, we do need lamp, logically, to get to Helmasaur King, which is the objective of N3.
Again, logic suggestion. As they're getting ready to pick up his hammer.
Yeah, he's going to be very happy to see that.
Most people tend to be.
I'm actually surprised we haven't been seeing the Death Mountain plays earlier from our runners, considering they now, especially from Maniacal, considering he has Hookshot and Hammer.
I have a feeling he's going to be leaving the Norfair Business Center and going there shortly.
Yeah, it looks like right now he is going to...
This is the way to lower Norfair, isn't it?
I think he's going to get the, 1 second. Oh no, that was Solsky that skipped that item in Croc. So I think Maniacal's going to Croc. Or wait.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's going to Croc.
To answer your question, Chad, Solsky did not do the cack skip, but he did do the Bryn skip. So, because the morph ball bombs, I believe, were in Kakariko.
And Asder zipping right past Shaft Supers. Again.
I don't know, man.
I think, no, it was Maniacal who skipped Shaft Supers the first time.
Maybe they're just banking on it not being useful, and it probably is like a glove.
Oh, that would be so funny if it is.
I've seen Pegasus boots there before. Actually, I think it was on one of these races a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember that too. Actually, now that you bring that up, Solsky trying to get to the bombs in the sky.
Is he gonna go back for it? Probably.
Oh boy, that's the bow on Crocomire.
Ooh, and Solsky walked right past it. That's bad, because he needs to have that item to kill Helmasaur, which is required.
Ay. Oh, apparently Solsky's energy was too low at the time, so he kind of had to skip it.
That's gonna be highly unfortunate if he doesn't go back.
Yeah, that's gonna bite him big time. To answer a question in chat, you first. You were going to answer it.
I was about to answer the same question, yeah. This is the Virgin 29 logic, so the bows are not progressive in this seed. So the silvers and bows are separate. We actually already have silvers, but I forgot where.
Silvers were in Paradox Cave. Astor has them.
I don't know if they ever plan on moving up to version 31 logic. They probably do at some point, but that bow is the only bow we're going to find.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the only thing the silver arrows will be really useful for is a couple of bosses, unfortunately, since we do not have to defeat Ganon this seed. We may end up, or those silvers will only be useful for taking out, the dungeon bosses. That's about it.
Depending on which dungeons they choose to clear. I mean, honestly, the 3 easiest Dark World dungeons to clear would be Skullwoods, Thieves Town, and probably Pot. They require the least amount of items to complete.
Yeah, pod or
I mean,
well,
Myers
pod's
pod is required, so that's one they have to do.
yeah, it's probably going to be pod Thieves Town Skull Woods. You're probably right.
They also have to get to the Turtle Rock Big Chest, so I think they'll just go there, get the Big Chest, and bounce.
Yeah, I can't imagine them going all the way to Trinex, especially since we have no idea where the ice rod, or where any of the rods are chilling at, for that matter.
We also have to go to the Ice Palace Big Chest, which is unfortunate because that's pretty far out of the way.
Yeah, Ice Palace Big Chest is not that great, but at the very least, Ice Palace is a dungeon that if you go mode it, it's not the worst in the world.
Yeah, that's kind of a nice thing. Looks like Azur's going to be our first to check the King of Scan.
Yeah, this is going to count big time towards the his 1,500 rupee goal. Now, we're also counting the 100 from the bottle vendor, so he's clocking in at 600 at the moment.
For a piece of heart. I don't know how many pieces of heart he's collected, so I have no idea when that's going to get tracked. I'm sure somebody's tracking. The mystery tracker tracking our bingo board.
I think Asder is at, I'm taking an educated guess here and saying 6, because I know I saw him have 3 at one point before, and he must have filled a heart container. So Asder, I think, is hovering at 6 heart pieces right now.
Iris in chat making a good point that they actually have to find the big key to Ice Palace in order to get the objective. Because you have to open the chest.
And yeah, there were definitely at least 3 heart containers. Now, something our runners could also do is check the mushroom.
And they have the flute that would make it even easier. There's Asder getting his ice beam, so his G4 is going to be. The silver arrows were in Paradox Cave, if I'm remembering correctly, and what my co-commentator just told me.
Yeah, the silvers were in Paradox. Not much else, though, was in Paradox. East Death Mountain did not have the goods this time around.
Yes, none of these really areas have had anything really good. It's all been items that have been kind of spread out. There's no real dense locations that we found lots of good stuff.
Yeah, but Asder will now give us our first look at Eastern Palace. Unfortunately, cannot full clear this dungeon due to not picking up the bow behind Crocomire.
Yeah, that's going to be that's a terrible place to put a bow.
And you've said it before, and we'll say it again. Always bet on Croc.
And when you don't, he bites you. I'm telling you. You gotta hate making those checks, but when you don't make them, it bites you.
Exactly.
All the time.
Yeah, there was a single arrow of destiny there in Upper Norfair, and Maniacal is electing to reset.
There's our first glove.
There we go.
Eastern Palace. Yeah, he now's just like, I'm out. I ain't finishing this right now.
Yeah, that is Dark World access for Asder.
He's probably gonna go straight for Hype Cave.
Yeah, he's gonna go straight for Hype Cave. Probably gonna go straight to. I'd wager Thieves Town is probably the next up on his docket afterwards.
Hopefully, we can get some hype in Hype Cave.
Yeah, we really do need some hype at this point.
Solsky just picked up his high jump boot. Chat's being mean to our runners, saying that they wish the second glove was also in Eastern.
I mean, it could be.
It's true.
And the Titan's mitts are hard required since we do need to get to Turtle Rock.
A heart container. There's the Titan mitts right there in Hype Cave. So the Eastern Palace was required, and that's the only thing of value in.
Okay then.
But that's pretty big value because it's required. So nice, and that even opens up more checks now. Because now he can check Meyer. He can check. They can check the Meyer requirement anyway. Check the Meyer shed. Can go check T-Rock. All the Eastern Dark Death Mountains.
All right, Astor is also at 30 bombs, as we could tell from his purchase. So Astor has completed B3.
Yes, he has. Excellent. Looks like he's heading over to Pod. Probably going to do Pyramid Ledge Catfish first.
Probably.
And the Maniacal just getting out of that hell run by the skin of his teeth. He's heading up to the exit from Business Center to Death Mountain with an empty item box. There's a shield on the Pyramid Ledge.
And Astor likes to pass it for now, or for good, probably. He ain't picking that up.
Yeah, we don't need that lag.
Yeah, I think one combo Astor could definitely do is combo Turtle Rock Big Chest with Moldorm. And here we have Solsky taking on Spore Spawn.
Finally, you get to see the boss that you never see. The first quote-unquote boss of Super Metroid.
I think the first boss is Bomb Terizo, technically.
Oh, yes, I suppose that's true.
This is the second. Easily. Pretty easy, though, in Zero Mission, thanks to the fact that he doesn't move.
Yes.
All right, Catfish, what are the goods from you today? More missiles.
Not surprised. I don't count Ridley as the first boss. It's not really a boss.
Yeah, it ends the same way no matter what you do.
And you don't get that in the combo randomizer anyway.
Ooh, Spore Spawn not looking so good.
Yep, and now the whole area dies. First time I played Super Metroid, I thought I was supposed to beat Ridley. I was like, I only got 99 health. This is... And then he left and won anyway, so...
Ooh, Astor has performed a fake flipper on the northern end of the Dark World near the Witch's Hut. And now the reason for this is to trigger the Whirlpool here to count towards his Whirlpool requirements for the I-1 card.
I believe that's the second Whirlpool he's been through.
Yes, the first one was Zora.
And he's gonna go back to Meridia.
Ooh, this is an interesting play. Again, we're not expected to do this without Gravity Suit.
He does have high jump and ice beam though, so I mean, it is doable.
Yeah, he has Spring Ball as well, but is electing not to use it.
Perhaps he forgot he has it.
At least I think he has Spring Ball.
Yeah, it's not tracked, so I have no idea. I think he did.
Yeah, Spring Ball was in Brinstar, and I know Astor's been there. Solsky just picked it up, actually.
Yeah, and he's using it right there in the aqueduct.
Okay.
To pick up another piece of heart.
Yeah, I think that's Astor's 7th question mark?
I got no idea. Unfortunately, the item on the floating island is 20 rupees, so they have to pick it up, but it's trash.
It is mirror locked as well. Yeah, mirror actually seems to be our next big item of choice for our runners.
And Maniacal's making the play I suggested we should have made. He's going into Hera. That book is such a tease. It's like, I'm right here, but you can't get me.
Yep, and there's the tablet right there too.
Yeah, but you need 2 swords to be able to use that tablet.
Yeah, that's true. We're still incredibly starved for swords this seed.
So the first item in Hera was a compass, which is not the one we need to pick up today.
Yeah, only mandatory compass today is Desert Palace.
There's the big key.
Alright, so Hera is not fire locked. There may still be an item that is fire locked, though.
And Asder's doing the sand pits. I'd just surprised. This area kind of sucks with gravity suit. Never mind without it.
You could say that again. I'm trying to... Didn't see what that first item... Excuse me, what that first item was.
Yeah, I can't see anything either.
It's still sealed. He has to open the pack first.
He's having trouble getting out of the water. This is an incredibly difficult trick. So, I mean...
Now, I've heard of ice skating, but water skating, this is just ridiculous.
I give him props. That's hard to do. Oh, there's the boots.
Wow, Meridia with value, which means gravity suit can't be...
Oh,
depends on
Various suit too.
So Varia is gravity locked.
Oh my.
Fascinating. Oh, and there is an item in the Hera basement because the chest in front of the big chest had the map, key rather, and the big chest had the map.
Oof. Come on, fire source on Moldor. Just make it easy for us.
But yeah, that is one heck of a play by Astor to go into Meridia without gravity suit.
That was a really nice sandpit. Probably one of the nicest sandpits I've ever seen.
Definitely. But now I'm curious to know where gravity suit is hiding.
Alright, Trolldorm's down. First blood for crystals. This is an energy. Not that it really matters. The crystals count doesn't matter in this particular instance, but you know, it's.
Yep.
Solski's picking up his screw attack.
And unfortunately, that ether tablet is just going to have to stay untouched for just a while longer.
And so is that book. And the Moldorm kill was actually a requirement for the guard that I just saw light up. So, good job on.
Yeah, it makes sense to get this out of the way now, even though you're still missing Mirror, because you have no idea where it is, and there's not many other locations available to you right now. I think all that's left for Maniacal is he's got to go get that glove out of Eastern. Oh, there's our pendants. They're all on the west side of the Dark World.
Yeah, Skullwoods is red, Thieves Town is blue, Myra's green. Another red crystal was Ice Palace.
And of course, the two, the fastest dungeons we were talking about, of course, they're pendants. Granted, that doesn't matter, but even still.
Thank God it says 3 Dark World dungeons and not 3 Dark World crystals.
Actually, with what we know, we have Mitts and Flute. We can actually, and with we know where Various Suit is hiding, Aster could actually go and defeat Gold Terizo right now, and after killing Spore Spawn, complete card 01.
And you can see the medallion for opening up Meyer, which we don't know yet.
And another objective is to also activate the Lower Norfair save station as well. So yeah, it seems like now would actually not be a bad time to make that trip into Lower Norfair for Astor. Although he would probably like to see Charge Beam first.
Most people do.
Ammo is enough to deal with Ridley, but at the same time...
you have to be pretty good about it.
Indeed. But yeah, Maniacal finally headed to Eastern Palace to get those gloves.
I believe Solsky just activated the criteria save station.
Yes, he did. I see the square lit up on his map.
And Maniacal making the correct way to get his glove out of Eastern. And you wonder if he's going to continue on or if he's going to get the item in Vale. Probably, I'm going to go with Vale, but I've been wrong.
Well, at this point, the item density is certainly not in Eastern, and I think they're... in fact, I think the glove is the second item from Eastern. I think this first one is either a hard piece or a big 20.
They were just equally worthless.
But yeah, that only one item left in Eastern Palace. It's not like, and it's most likely logically locked behind a lamp. We can't say fire source because fire rod doesn't work in V29.
No, he's choosing to continue on.
This is an interesting play. Oh, never mind. There it goes.
I lied. Forget what I said.
But yeah, after I'm not surprised to see that too. Again, just one item, it's not worth it. Alright, Solsky has also reached the 30 bomb cap minimum requirement for square B3. And I'm waiting to see Maniacal get some more bombs before I can confirm. I think Maniacal is also currently standing at 7 heart pieces. Gonna check out the back of Escape here.
Yeah, an hour in, we're finally seeing Escape.
Yeah, this took a while. That's a hard piece, but it's not.
Oh, a fire rod! Ooh!
That's definitely a good one, because now we can clear Skull
he had
Woods.
that before he went to Moldorn.
Yeah. Oh, actually, we can't clear Skull Woods. No sword.
Yeah, that's a problem.
To answer question in chat, how it works is all of our runners have to complete all 25 of the objectives listed on their bingo cards. Once they do the last objective, they can dot done, and that'll be considered run complete for them. In this case, the last objective will have to be finish in a room with a fire snake,
which limits their finishing areas to a very few set amount of.
And once again, please rise for the audible Hyrulean national anthem.
To answer another question in chat, so this is the Link to the Past Super Metroid combo randomizer. There are 4 portals between each game in set locations. One being in Norfair, or one being in Criteria, or what was it? Yes, Criteria. One being in Upper Norfair, one being in Lower Norfair, one being in Meridia. They lead 2 portals into, respectively, the Fortune Teller's Hut outside of Link's house, the middle of Death Mountain, Misery Mire, and Dark Ice Rod Cave. Those are the static portals that are always in the game, and that's how you get from one game to the other.
Ooh, we have Maniacal doing a fake powder here to check the item on the magic bat.
Value? No.
Not really. Well, I always argue that a fire shield is probably the best shield you want to end up with, because I know Mirror Shield is the lag shield, but Fire Shield blocks all the fireballs, and against blind, especially low hearts, you want that.
And all 3 of our runners have now completed seeing the speed booster and grapple beam location.
Yeah, all 3 runners also now have their ice beams. And to kind of explain while we're going through, once again, kind of backpedaling through each other's checks here for a couple of minutes. Ooh, we're seeing a Herapod from Solsky here. To kind of explain... No, you first, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I don't think Solsky's supposed to pick the bomb up, is he?
No. He's supposed to get knocked into the pot by the bomb, and then hookshot the pot. But yeah, to kind of explain a little bit more about why the combo randomizer works, very conveniently, Link to the Past and Super Metroid use different areas within the Super Nintendo's RAM, the Super Nintendo's memory. So both games can exist on the same ROM without conflicting with each other. Link to the Past, I think, is more on the early half of the RAM, while the Super Metroid is on the back half. And hence, some brilliant minds were able to put the games together. And it looks like Maniacal is actually going ahead to complete... I thought he was going to complete the objective of spending the rupees, but he only spent about 220 on those 2 bottle fill-ups.
I think he just wanted some money. Or some potions, some potions for...
Fair enough. All right, we have Asder going to the Mire area, so we're finally going to get a look at Mire and see what the medallion is and what's in the Mire shed.
Bomba is still one medallion we don't have.
That's okay. It's right here in Myershed.
Probably. It usually is.
The key's always under the mat. It certainly was last night.
Solsky just took down Moldorm. First of all, it's just Greg and 10.
Okay, never mind. Oh, maybe it's in Checkerboard Cave. That's where it was.
We don't have
yesterday.
Mirror, so we
Oh,
can't check that.
right. Yeah.
Mirror is gating us pretty heavily right now.
Yeah, this is again. It's a lack of a sword isn't helping either.
Azure is actually going to head down to Lower Norfolk right now and go see Gold Trees.
Yeah, this is like I said before, I like this play because it allows you to get a. Oh, he has no health. So he's gonna skip Gold Torizo for now. Actually, yeah. Why doesn't he do Gold Torizo now?
Because he's got no health.
Oh, you know what? He's got no super missiles.
He's got 25 super missiles.
Or not a lot of super missiles, I should say. You need a lot for Gold Torizo. It's pretty. Gold Torizo is pretty burly. And
he's dangerously close to death.
Yeah, actually. Now, luckily, traversing a cross-game portal does count as a save. So Asder's progress is saved up to this point, but he will start out at the ship if he takes a KO here. Now, Maniacal just picked up a heart piece, which will be his 8th, I believe. Did I say Maniacal or Asder?
You said Maniacal.
Okay, good.
He's in the... Asder's in the worst room of the game right now, and that's a terrible place to be when you have 31 health.
31 health and no space jump. And no screw attack, apparently.
No, he hasn't been to Billy Mays yet.
Ay, ay, ay.
There's another piece of heart. Maniacal not picking it up. I'm guessing that means he's had all...
He just picked up his 8th one, yeah. From Stumpy. Ooh, Asder picking up Grapple Beam in Mickey Mouse Room.
That's sort of useful.
It might make some traversal through Meridia. Well, actually, no. Asder's already done a good chunk of Meridia, so... Never mind. Alright, now Asder's climbing the amphitheater. This is gonna be an interesting one.
However, he does have to go back to Meridia to kill Dragon, because that is required.
Yes. Now, Asder does have reserves to back him up just in case things go haywire, but it looks like he pulls out of the amphitheater with little difficulty.
This part here, though, wow, that was slick. Oh. Oh! The key hunters are nothing to joke about. Those guys are such a jerk.
Meanwhile, Maniacal finds the mirror and hammer pegs.
No, perfect place to put it.
Oh, goodness gracious. And
That
yeah,
means-
also picked up the Titan's Mitts from Hyde Cave.
That means he can easily check the Smith chain, which is probably exactly what he's going to do.
Yep.
That's rough for Asder.
Yeah, that's extremely unfortunate.
Luckily, he didn't really lose much.
Yeah, he didn't pick
He
anything
didn't really
up.
pick up anything, but that's still a ton.
Yeah, a valiant effort, no less. And Maniacal has still not completed is it a column or a row of Y
Columns are
items?
up and down rows, but it's a line.
A
So
line,
does that
okay.
mean does that mean north south or east west? Or what do we? I'm assuming line is from left to right. Would be what I would.
I would think so, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And it does, there is a significance to that because otherwise do you need 4 items or 5 items?
I would say it's probably a row. Yeah.
All right, Solsky's been doing escape, by the way, while this has all been happening.
Yeah, he hasn't found very much down here.
Oh, and Miss Metroid is informing us that it is has been agreed that it can be either a row or a column.
Oh, well then. I assume we'll probably have both by the time this is over.
Given how much we still need to do and what we're still looking for, I'm not. I would agree with you on that one. I also missed completely what was in Escape, for that matter.
There was nothing of value in there. I saw an energy tank and a map.
Okay, yeah, I saw the map, but I didn't see one of the items.
I did not see the first chest because I was not looking at him, but it doesn't appear to be anything of consequence.
Yeah, Solsky on the meanwhile is unfortunately because he orphaned the bow behind Crocomire, that's gonna put him that's putting him pretty far behind,
Yeah, that's gonna
all
hurt.
things considering. It's hurting, definitely. He's managed to keep good on his bingo card, but the but yeah, the lack of bow inhibiting his Dark World access effectively is not helping.
And who knows when he's gonna go back to Croc and check. Hazard is right back where he was before he died. He's getting the grapple beam and Mickey Mouse.
And Maniacal getting the Zora tunic out of the Gary's lunchbox. Oh wait, no, it's not a tunic in this game, is it? He.
Close enough. I think it's more useful than the Zora tunic. The Zora tunic makes me have to go do a really, really crappy dungeon.
All right, we've got Maniacal going to the Mire area to check things out. This time does have the mirror, so can also check OMG checkerboard cave.
Guys, I don't know. Is he just having trouble getting up in there? I mean, I know there's a very narrow pathway. Asder just saved at Lower Norfair save room. Is that the one where?
Yeah, that's the one, I think. And Solsky, meanwhile, has picked up the fire rod from the back of Escape. And answer question, chat. Bo is behind Crocomire.
Yep. From which all of our runners have seen, and one of which was not able to get. While Asder picks up the lamp in what I call Ridley Mountain, or Mount Ridley, or Firefly Room, or whatever you want.
Ooh, that's interesting because that means Lamp is gravity suit locked. So we have to find gravity suit sometime. We should be finding gravity suit relatively soon here, I think.
I mean, it could be in one of the early access dungeons that we haven't seen yet.
It could totally be in Eastern Palace right now.
Absolutely. Half Magic's also in whatever as Mount Ridley.
Ooh, and with the mirror, Maniacal is going to go right ahead and check out Desert Palace. Now, Maniacal did not get the Pegasus boots yet.
No, he has not. So it could be boots locked. Boots are in the left sand pit, so.
Yeah, so that's gravity suit locked. And there's a small key on the torch.
It probably means that it's the back may not be boots locked, but the right side definitely.
Yeah, let's see.
The whole thing is.
Yep, Desert's boots locked, and that includes that all-important Desert Palace compass we need.
He is going to go steal a key, though.
Looks like it. Ooh, Asder tanking a hit from those key hunters to get past the Three Musketeers room. That key hunter took a full energy tank in one swipe.
Those guys hurt, man. Those guys are no joke.
Absolutely.
Solsky's heading down to check out Hype Cave to be rewarded with his mitts.
Yeah, Solsky finally got around to picking up that glove out of Eastern. He has got to be really careful, though.
Yes, but he's almost out.
And there is the Desert Palace compass. In the first chest on the right side.
It's a piece of heart in the cathedral?
Yes. Yeah, at this point, I'm pretty certain all three of our runners have completed the 8 heart piece requirement by now. I need to take another quick look at Solsky's pause menu to confirm that his heart container is empty. Oh, nope, he's sitting on 7. At least I'm pretty sure that's 7 at this point. So the last item is on Lanmolus. which we have to kill anyway because it's the requirement for G2.
But we can't yet.
Nope. And I don't think Maniacal checked Checkerboard Cave, or did he check Checkerboard Cave before mirroring back to Desert? I think he did, actually.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I think he did, and I think it was trash.
Solsky is going to go check Dark East Death Mountain, which I don't think we've seen yet from any of our runners. So he's going to check Super Bunny Cave, Hookshot Cave. Unfortunately, he can't get the item on the floating island. Apparently, chat saying that checkerboard was
Missiles, yeah. Yeah, he needs the mirror still, and that's in Hammer Pegs, which, granted, not too far of a trek considering his current equipment, but unfortunately, yeah, he cannot get it right now.
I think Maniacal's going to get it, though.
Yep, got the same idea.
This is our first sword in Super Bunny Cave.
Yeesh, that took an hour and 15 minutes and 45 seconds.
That's just terrible.
Oh, you know what Maniacal could also do is go grab that book. And once he finds another sword, which hopefully there's one in Hookshot Cave, but hopefully check that ether tablet.
Yeah, we need to get that. Whatever it is, we need to get it. Well, Solsky just filled up his hearts with a heart container, or heart piece, so I'm assuming he's done with that.
Yeah, that's definitely hard P8 for Solsky.
And Hookshot Cave was utter trash. So we're going to get to see what the Turtle Rock Medallion is, which is something we have to know. That's also almost the one medallion we don't have.
All right, Aster going to fight off Spore Spawn. Now, Aster did not fight Gold Terizo, so it's still going to have to go back there later to deal with him.
He's also dangerously low on health.
Yeah, but luckily Spore Spawn's an early boss and doesn't take much health, and there's plenty of opportunities for drops.
Yeah, he took 10 damage from getting hit by it, so it's nothing scary, but it's still...
Yep, quick, easy done for Aster.
Can you plasma beam him with a charge beam?
I don't know, actually.
I'm sure somebody in chat knows and can tell me. Because, I mean, I've never tried it.
All right, Maniacal going to pick up the item on the floating island to satisfy his G5, or his O5, excuse me.
There it is.
And Solsky going to take that fire rod and go to Skull Woods, it looks like.
This is one of the... You need to complete a dark world dungeon, specifically 3 of them, and this is probably the easiest one.
Yeah, not to mention it is... well, actually, no, our green pendant is Misery Mire.
I don't see people going to do that.
Nope.
Even though we have the ability to full clear it aside from Medallion?
Yeah, actually we do. You're just missing Vamos.
But that's still a pretty trashy dungeon to go to, so... Unless they plan on doing, like, Mire and then killing Landmo afterwards. I don't know. Somebody might... We got Maniacal going through Resident Sleeper Cave to get 20 bucks. And Asder's finally checking Shaft Super.
Yeah, this is after like 2 or 3 times passing this up, so I'm gonna laugh if it's if it was something important.
Nope.
Not at this point.
Getting some use out of that grapple beam so he doesn't take a hit from the spikes. And ended up taking a hit anyway. as they're making his trip back into the Link to the Past, while Solski's diving the back of Skull. I have a feeling Maniacal's going to be right behind him.
Looks like it. As far as their equipment is concerned, they're on even footing here for Skull Woods.
Well,
So, you know,
Astor's
single
heading
sword.
the pod
Ooh.
without a sword. Which is not going to be bad because you can take out Helma with 17 hammer hits and a silver arrow. So you don't technically.
Yeah, I like this play because this gets not only the Helmasaur King half of N3 out of the way, but it is a Dark World Crystal as well.
And it's 110 rupees.
That is true. 110 towards the spending cap.
Possibly more if you get hit.
Ooh, on the subject of getting hit, Solski just took a KO to Mothula.
That moth is kind of a jerk. Well, he's not that bad. It's his room that's really mean.
Yeah, that's why you want to see Mothula in like a boss shuffle itemizer. Most of the other rooms in the game for bosses aren't that bad.
And it's especially fun to see Dino Kitty on that floor because he just looks like a helicopter.
Exactly. There was an E-Tank in the back of, in the center of Skull Woods, I should say, in the Vanilla Big Key chest. And did Maniacal? No, Maniacal did not pick up the book. So he is not going to be able to do my favorite post-Skull Woods activity.
I beg to differ, Revolving Ocelot. You need a sword to be able to get into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, unfortunately, and not only do we need a sword to get into Turtle Rock, we need Master Sword to be able to crack the Ether Tablet.
It's not swordless where the hammer works, unfortunately. For the spaces work, I guess. Oh, nice potion from Solski there.
Yeah,
Looks like a blue one.
You're cutting it just a little close there.
And Mothula goes down for our first Dark World dungeon for the big key. Have we seen both items in there?
We saw at least one. One was an energy tank. To answer a question, chat, the win condition is to black out the entire board. Or, in our runner's case, color out.
Yeah, it's going to be whatever color finishes the board first. So, blue for Asger, yellow for Solski, green for Maniacal. The border around their screen is what the color they are.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of what we have left for go mode. We need Bombos. We need a sword.
Technically, in logic, we need flippers to get to Ice Palace.
Yeah, we need flippers.
We need an ice rod or an ether medallion to freeze an enemy to hit a crystal switch with, which is going to be an interesting thing.
Well, luckily, ether's free. Almost everybody. Oh, actually, Aster doesn't have. Oh, Aster does have ether. Okay, I just saw his pause menu.
Where would you even do that?
Freeze enemies to hit a crystal switch. I know. I want to say Pod has one of those opportunities.
Can you freeze those hard hat beetles in Tower Bear?
I want to say yes, but I am not 100% sure.
And Asder's going to get his Stun a Turtle card here shortly. He's going to have to hit one of them with a hammer eventually.
Yeah, that's pretty much mandatory since he has to go through that room. There's the Pod Big Key in the basement.
He stopped to pick up all the rupees.
Yeah, still quite a ways away from that spending quota.
I have no idea how much our runners have spent at all, so somebody's keeping track, I just don't know who.
Solsky, meanwhile, is dipping Thieves Town. So far, I see super missiles for one item. And it looks like he's setting up a death warp. I'm not sure if we've seen the other two, what the other two items in Thieves Town were yet.
Azure did not do the dark maze. He's going straight for helmet.
This is interesting. But yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I think at this point we are logically looking for flippers, another sword, and Bamos medallion, and I think that's it.
And we need to collect more rupees for our quota there.
Yeah, and also gravity suit for logical Dragon. Which, yeah, we still have no idea where that's hiding. It can't be in Pod because Lamp was Varia locked. Varia was in Meridia.
It's probably in Thieves Town or Skull Woods. There's the Stun the Turtle.
Okay, so Asder's done that objective.
5-5. And there's 6 more turtles stunned.
There's some power bombs in the C-shaped house, and Solsky is electing to freeze the blob to hit the crystal switch.
There it is.
Very, very
creative. I didn't even think about that room. That was genius. I didn't even think about it.
Wow, Thieves Town and Pod having the ideal multi-objective routing options here.
And Asder takes down Helmasaur King with a silver arrow to the dome. For a heart container. Vanilla.
I also see that oh wait, no, it's Maniacal who I need to check the bomb count for. Maniacal's bomb count is not at 30, so I can't tell if Maniacal got to 30 yet. Solsky and Asder, we know, have 30 bombs. Those are already mapped, but we're still waiting. I'm still waiting to see Maniacal's max bomb count to confirm that he's at 30.
He's definitely at 40 arrows. Solsky very low on health in the back of Thieves Town. There it goes.
Yeah, probably would have liked to seen that blue mail upgrade from oh, where was blue mail again?
I don't know. You called it Zora's Tunic, but I don't remember where it was.
I want to say it was No, it wasn't Catfish. It was
Purple
Gary's
Lunchbox.
Lunchbox.
Okay,
That's
yeah, because
right.
I was watching the cathedral or the amphitheater jump on when you. Did you see what was in King's Tube? There's the flippers. Where is that?
Bonk Rocks.
Ooh.
Ooh, so those are boots. So that's very locked too. So the gravity rather. Yeah, this is getting interesting. I'm really legit curious now to know where that gravity suit is parked.
Somewhere in Thieves Town, early Dark World. Like, where could it possibly?
Maybe Graveyard Ledge. Where was Mirror again? Hammer Pegs.
Hammer Pegs, and Hammer was in
Retro Bryn.
So yeah, that would be in Logic.
So yeah, it could be Graveyard Ledge. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. What was in Meridia that was locked? Boots and Varia suits. So
Yep.
And that's a power bomb pack in Thieves Town. So the big key or the small key rather, is locked in the big chest.
Asder just dumped another 320 rupees into his bottles, so I don't know how much. I don't know how much they've spent. I really have no idea. I have not been keeping track.
Yeah, I know he got scammed by the big fish.
Looks like Asder's headed for Ice Palace.
Yeah, he's gonna get the Ice Palace big chest out of the way now.
Funny thing is, we still have to watch our runners go through it. One more set of whirlpool.
True.
And Solski's taking on blind. Should be a nice scripted fight for him. If you can keep it on script, it's a very easy fight.
And I wasn't checking to see if Maniacal performed the crystal switch, the ether crystal switch maneuver there.
I did not hear an ether medallion go off.
I didn't hear it either, so I'm gonna guess no. Just a 5-arrow upgrade on blind.
That is our second Dark World dungeon done for Solski. He's going to be looking for the bow, trying to clear pod, and he's never going to find it. Solski moving down to the bombable hut, which I missed earlier.
I'm pretty sure this didn't have anything. There wasn't that much in Village of Outcasts besides E-tanks and more health.
Another blind fight, and Asder's not using the Ice Palace bomb jump, which is something I don't see very often. Solski heading over to the dig game. He's going to dig around for a piece of heart, I think it was.
Yeah, 15 digs, I believe. Alright, that's Super Missiles in Ice Palace, and here goes the Ice Palace big chest for Asder. And it looks like Asder has passed the 1,000 rupee limit.
He doesn't have the big key to open that chest, so he's going to have to come back.
Ooh. Oh, that means the big key's in a lousy spot, isn't it?
Yep.
Probably in the ICU room, as I like to call it.
Could be there, could be in vanilla chest, for all we know.
Maniacal checking Ice Rod Cave after an hour and a half, but unfortunately no value. Oh, it was Big Key was an iced tea.
We were close. It's in one of those rooms.
Now, if Maniacal can do me a favor and get 2 more bombs, I can confirm if he's past 30.
I think he's about to fake flipper to Ice Palace.
I like this.
Or go right past it. Never mind.
Oh, he's probably going to do a whirlpool real quick. Oh, he's got to check. He's going to check Bridge Guy first. All right, Solski going to fight Gold Torizo, which will complete his 01.
And he does not have a suit either. So charge beam's above Gold Torizo. So he's going to go get that real quick and then charge beam him to death.
Yep, Gold Torizo is now effectively free.
Yeah, charge beam is beautiful for Gold Torizo.
And you know what the funny thing is? That's the second beam we've seen in well over an hour and 10 minutes.
Yes. We've only got 3. We haven't seen Wave or Spazer. Like Wave or Spazer's obviously useless, but Wave is still out there somewhere. Not that we needed to kill any bosses, because we only have to kill 1 more. And he didn't pick up X-ray, so he can't do micro.
Yeah, although I imagine Solski might take another trip up to Dark... or did Solski go to Dark Death Mountain already?
Yes, he got his sword out of Super Bunny.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, actually, it might be a while before he goes back to Spectacle Rock. Well, actually, he's got to go to...
Big chest for Asder.
That's true. You know, he's got to go back up there anyway, because he's got to break the Ether Tablet once he gets that other sword, so... I imagine him maybe thinking about picking it up.
I'm still really curious as to where this gravity suit is, because We need it, and it's nowhere to be.
Yeah, because we checked all the lit up areas in pod, right? All the non-lamp locked areas.
Yes, I don't even think that they did the dark maze. That was
No, they
not.
didn't. All right, that's another 500 rupees spent for Maniacal.
Astor's on Green Mail, Cold Stare with Hammer, so this ought to be.
Who's got a magic shortage right now? Has plenty of health and magic refills for the time being, so he can finish off with Fire Rod.
Beautiful.
And that is the second Dark World dungeon for Asdar. Ice Palace was Samaria locked. Not that it really matters, Kane was free today, but even still. Chat brings up a good point. We haven't seen Spike Cave yet.
Yeah, Monaco was right there, and he didn't check it. I don't know. Maybe it slipped his mind, or he just didn't think he had the resources to do.
Alright, Maniacal spending another 110 unlocking Palace of Darkness on his end.
Answer a question in chat. Mirror was in Hammer Pegs. I almost said Spike Cave.
Yeah, Gravity Suit could be on Ether Tablet.
Well, we'd have to find a second sword.
Yeah.
Which has been pretty hard to find so far.
Yeah, the two things that are bothering everybody is Gravity Suit, and that second sword. Although they need Bombos as well, but that's not nearly as bothersome as not being able to complete some objectives just because of a sword downgrade mishap.
Answer another question in chat. Bo was behind Crocomire. And all three of our runners have killed Crocomire. Solsky did not have the energy to get to the item, and so he missed the bow. Where are locations that are still left in logic that would lead us to where we need to go? Where? Because I mean, Hammer is good, so Mirror is in logic, so we could still do K45 is in logic.
Yeah, Hammer, Mirror, and Mitts were free. Fire Rod was free. Bow was free. Well, Bow was actually very locked, technically.
Technically, yes. Bo is out of logic, and Varia is behind Gravity, so we still need to find. This is getting very convoluted. And I believe Trackers Solsky does have the charge beam, so you guys can mark that if you could.
Yeah, this is actually like legitimately bothering me now.
Speaking of Trackers, let's give a shout out to our Trackers. It's Revolving Ocelot and Duder K. They're keeping us honest and trying to maintain this mess of a thing that we got going on.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. There's Spike Cave.
Where did Astor get a shovel?
Where did Astor get a shovel?
There's a sword!
And why does it have the second sword?
Where was the shovel?
Yeah, this is news to me. I am going to have to probably look through the VOD to figure that one out.
I have no idea.
Oh, it might have been Palace of Darkness.
Well, maybe we'll see it soon. Because we have 2 runners in pod, so that's good.
Well, if that's the case, and it's in the dark, then that sword is lamp locked, which means it's Varia locked, which means it's Gravity Suit locked.
This is starting to get a little frustrating.
Yeah, Solsky's going to have to do Potion Glitch to get to the back end of pod here due to a lack of...
lack of bow.
Lack of bow, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. If it's not on pod, I'm gonna have to look at the playback to see where Astor picked that up.
So Thieves Town has nothing. No, the two items down here are a key and a big key.
Yeah, it has to be.
And then I don't think Astor checked the Dark Maze.
I don't remember seeing him check the Dark Maze either. Oh, he did check Dark Maze.
Did you do a hammer yum? He didn't check the big chest. He never went back for the big chest because he got the big key after that and went down to the harmless hard way. The harmless hell.
Yeah.
And Shad is confirming that Astor or Maniacal does have all three of his bombs, so all three of our runners have completed that.
Yeah, because Maniacal has 27, and he can't have 27 unless he has 30.
Slowski's about to pick up his mirror.
There it is. It was in the Dark Maze. The shovel.
So it's still lamp locked, which is gravity locked, which is still nowhere to be found.
Okay. I'm still thinking Graveyard Ledge, actually. We still haven't seen Graveyard Ledge, or Bumper Ledge for that matter. We have Cape.
Or K45.
Yeah, it might be under a mirror check. Oh, Technolink says Bumper Ledge is an arrow upgrade, so... Okay.
It's getting really narrow to where these things could be.
Yeah, where are our pendants? Meyer, Thieves Town, and Skull Woods. Well,
Yeah.
Skull Woods and Thieves Town weren't locked out. Meyer technically needs Lamp.
And Astor got, or Maniacal just got his ice crystal switch with a frozen enemy by throwing a frozen hard hat. I did not know you could freeze those, but you know, I'm learning more and more things today. Looks like Solski's going straight for Graveyard Ledge, actually.
Okay.
So this is Gravity Suit, that's a huge piece of the puzzle. And it's not. It's 20 rupees, so I still don't know. So
yeah, I don't think...
Where were the flippers again?
The flippers were in King's Tomb. Not King's Tomb, excuse me, Bonk Rocks.
Okay, so the flippers are gravity locked, so it can't be in a flipper lock location. So Swamp Palace is out.
Yeah, and I think Pedestal is out too because Meyer is lamp locked.
Yes.
So yeah, it can't be Pedestal, unfortunately. And even then, we still need that Bombos medallion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
not that the gravity suit is required, but it would be very nice to have to go kill Dragon.
Yeah, not to mention the only other way out is... I mean, you could do a gravity jump. You can use grapple beam to attach yourself to the electrical turrets. You could... I mean, there's a couple of ways to get out, but they're not easy.
Yeah, I've seen it done. It's just not fun.
Yeah, and Maniacal has also now completed the Turtle Stun mission. And Solski noped out of pod before doing any of the other objectives. I mean, no bow, so he can't anyway.
He had to have, Duder K. He killed the turtle. You have to kill 6 turtles to get into the boss.
Exactly, yeah. And Astor used Ether in Thieves Town to get his icy enemy, his switch flip achievement.
Oh, flipping and stunning is not the same? Oh, I have no idea if he did that then. So basically, you have to get a stun prize off of a turtle, is what you're saying. Huh. I don't know. That'd be something that the admins would have to take up because I have no idea.
Yeah, I think we actually talked about this.
Okay, no, it's yeah. I guess flipping is considered stunning. Oh man, this is a confusing thing, man. This is so much fun because we have no idea what we're doing, but it's great.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Solsky didn't check K45, did he? Or he did, I think, just now, and it was junk.
I wasn't looking, to be honest. Solsky's gonna go get scammed.
After picking up that mirror.
Yes, yes, he is.
And you know what? I would imagine after he's turning in the Smith chain, after he's done with the Smith chain, his next stop is immediately Ether Tablet.
That's what I would do.
Oh, well, actually, yeah, it's going to be Ether Tablet.
It's so far out of the way.
Oh, and as Chad points out, Astor has done his third Dark World dungeon with the takedown of Helmasaur King.
Yeah, I don't know who's doing the tracking of the bingo card, so that'll happen eventually. Unless it's one of our guys. If it's one of our guys, then all more power to him. But I have no idea who it is. Gravity on land molas wouldn't work because the boots are required to finish desert, and the boots are gravity locked.
Yeah, as Maniacal just spent like roughly 480 rupees there on bottles.
It's definitely worth it. So I'm guessing he's over his 1,000 mark for sure.
Definitely over 1,000. And I think he was
just going straight for where you said he was going to go. I was just going to pick up that book and grab the tablet at the same time because he's right here.
Yeah.
Could this be something?
It could be something. It could be Bombos, but it can't be Gravity Suit, I don't think, unless there's another sword hanging about elsewhere. Yeah, that's what I thought. Aster is Oh, Hera Basement, of course. Wait, yeah, Fire Rod's not locked, so Hera Basement. We totally missed this. Oh my god, if it's Hera Basement.
Yeah, the runners that came up here didn't go down there. I don't think they had Fire Rod at the time.
They didn't have a fire source, no, yeah. But yeah, this is definitely a likely location. Hera Basement is a likely spot, and this is also going to give Astor the Landmolus, not Landmolus, the Moldorm takedown.
It'd be great if it was Landmolus, maybe an Randomizer too. It'd be exciting. Solsky's headed back for Eastern. Begs the question, if you're Asder, do you go back in and go to the basement? Or do you leave?
Well, considering you've already done Suitless Meridia and gotten considerable value, I would say 50-50. But at the same time, you're also still looking for Bombos. Because yeah, I think in Asder's case, Bombos and ideally Gravity Suit is all he needs for no mode.
Yeah, I believe you're correct.
Solsky is going back into Eastern Palace here to check the remaining items. I am. Can I laugh somewhat hysterically if Bombos is in its vanilla location?
I mean, that's the worst thing a randomizer can do is put an item in its vanilla location.
Oh. Oh no, Astra's just cleaning the place up. Except
Yeah,
you can't.
he's not gonna be able to grab that.
Yeah, sorry, you can't do that.
He's gonna go do it up here though. Thought he did this in Thieves Town.
I thought so too.
Oh, he did it again, so now it's definitely done. That must have been Maniacal who did it in Thieves Town because it's not marked on the track.
Yeah, it was Maniacal and Solsky who did theirs. So yeah, Asder's all good on that now too.
Surprisingly, Maniacal actually has Mirror Shield.
Oh yeah, where was that? I know all shields were known, but where was the third shield?
One was on the floating. No, one was on the Lake Hilly Island. No, maybe I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, we've been trying to keep track of so much at this point. Besides a few of the essentials, I am losing track real quick.
There was
of where
one on
stuff was.
Pyramid Ledge. I know that. There was one that was in a chest somewhere early. I think that they couldn't avoid. And then there was one that was really in a really out of the way look.
And Asder is doing the Hera basement, so we will finally see what we've not gotten to see for the last hour and a half or so.
Is this the value? Is this what we needed? Nope. But that does unlock Spike Cave, which is right nearby.
Well, we had Cape already, so that would have Cape would have been fine too. But for all we know, this could have been the first thing you were expected to get to put to get to the Spike Cave.
More.
It also does fill up Asder's, as Chad points out, hit one of his Y columns, Y rows, so that will be another objective complete on his end.
Is this the value? There
Yes,
it is!
it was in Spike Cave.
Oh man. There's the gravity suit. Jeez.
So,
152, we finally found.
So yeah, you were expected to go to well, the cape was in Pink Brinstar, I think. So you could have either gotten Pink Brinstar Cape or Berna in Hera Basement, and Hammer was free, so yeah, that's how.
To be fair, I believe it also
suit.
if you have a bottle is considered in logic as well. We have all four.
I know we have at least 3 of them. I don't remember if we've seen a 4th. I don't think we have.
Asder's gonna go take down Land Molus, which is required.
Solsky picking up the floating island item now.
And now the hunt begins in earnest for the Bombos medallion.
Yeah, that one's... I mean, it's no ice rod, but it could be very, very many locations now. It could be anywhere except in Mire or Turtle Rock.
And it can't be on Pit.
Right, so pretty much besides those 3 spots, that's it. It could be anywhere else. There is the Desert Palace Compass for Asder.
And Asder's now back in logic, 100%.
Yeah, it's finally we can take this giant model we built and finally put the big piece on.
Solsky's right behind him. He's about to get the cannon burner. I wonder if he's probably going to go straight and check the Spike Cave right after.
Probably. And it's going to be better for Solsky since that might incentivize him to go to Meridia and pick up Varia and Pegasus boots.
I still wonder when he's going to go back for the bow.
I got to be honest with you. I think that's going to be last location.
I definitely think that he'll probably forfeit before then.
Because Solsky's next stop after picking up Varia and boots is most likely going to be Lower Norfair. if he wants to stay in Super Metroid, or Desert Palace to wrap up Land Molus.
And Landmolus is dead for Asder, so that's another section of the card.
Yeah, this also gives Aster access to Pyramid Fairy, as a matter of fact. Which, another very convenient location, not very out of the way, I should say, not even close to convenient. I don't know why I said convenient, but it's another well out of the way
two
check
letters
bomb.
off from inconvenient.
Fair enough. But yeah, that is another spot Bombos could be hiding, and I wonder if that's where he's going.
He can do Bombos Tablet and then come back up here and do Pyramid Land or Pyramid.
That might actually end up being what he's doing.
He can also full clear Swamp. Not that you'd want to, but you can.
Yeah, I don't think you want to look be on a hunt for Swamp at this point. Oh.
Where is he going?
He's going to backdoor Meridian do Dragon.
Why didn't he just... Oh, I guess it's the closest point, isn't it?
Unless he's trying to find another Whirlpool real quick. Nah, he's going to backdoor Meridia.
I mean, honestly, that's the last Whirlpool you need to take, so I would have taken it and then gone and done to the Meridian. But he can also do that on the way back out. I don't know where that Whirlpool takes you. Does that take you up by the Witches?
It takes you up by the Witch's Hut, yeah, I think.
I use them so infrequently I can't remember where they go.
Yeah, the 3 Whirlpool pairs I can think of right off the bat is the one near the Swamp Palace Dark World access portal, the one that takes you to Zora, and that one in the Dark World.
Yeah, there's one that's right near the Sanctuary that I can never remember where that takes you to. So does that take you to Swamp Palace or near Swamp Palace?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to see it to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the ones I never use, so I have no idea where it goes.
But yeah, Asder is taking that gravity suit and is now finally going to go to Dragon and complete his N3 and get Space Jump right behind Dragon. That could not be a more convenient place for Space Jump besides behind Dragon.
Nope, that's perfect. That's almost French. That's French vanilla, isn't it?
I believe
you get Space Jump from killing Dragon, don't you?
I think so. And it looks like Solski making the play.
This has been one of the craziest things I've ever seen here, and this is great time. This is exciting commentary because it's just so weird and random. And
this is as the Metroid Prime Randomizer community would say, good content.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Just Heart Container and Main Street missiles and power bombs in Crab Supers. And there goes the electrified shrimp.
Wow, and he got a blue suit too. No?
He can... No, it's just a regular speed booster.
Not that he needs a blue suit, because he can just fly.
Yeah, and with Gravity Suit now, he can check the Aqueduct items with no difficulty whatsoever.
And he's also completed the center part of the card, killing both Helmosaur and Dragon.
So yeah, the only 3 other things Asder needs to do is the Whirlpool pairs, the TR Big Chest, and the rupees before going to the Fire Snake room, his chosen Fire Snake room, to finish up.
So he's pretty close.
Yeah, he's pretty close, but we still can't do 2 of those, or 1 of those, I should say, until we find that Bombos medallion.
Which could be anywhere. Well, almost anywhere. And if it's a location that he hasn't been to yet, or he's already been past,
Actually,
Any check?
Chad informs me of that he still needs to beat GT, Gold Torizo, and yeah, he fought Spore Spawn. But he also needs to, and I just noticed on the bingo card, get the floating island item still.
Yes, and spend some rupees.
But yeah, as far as items remaining, he's just looking for Bamos, and then he's good to go. Solsky is heading to the watering hole. It might be here.
Nope.
Valiant guess, though.
Asder's back into Meridia. He's going to continue.
Might be thinking about checking... Oh, boy. Might be thinking about Shack Tool or Plasma Beam.
I don't know if he did the right side sandpit either. I think he did left and then bounced. He didn't come.
He might have done that, although I have seen both sandpits have value before.
And if he does right sandpit now, he can go straight to Shack 2 as well.
Yeah, I'm starting to think we should. I'm starting to think we should take a quick peek at Shack Tool.
He still hasn't been to Billy Mays' room.
Wait, nope, there it is. It's in the aqueduct.
So he's about to get it.
So at 2 hours, 1 minute, and 14 seconds, Asder is in go mode effectively.
And he's going right down into the. Oh no! Wait, he's going to left sandpit again.
He's I think he's about to zip out. Yeah, I think he's just using this to zip out.
Well, Solsky's in the right sandpit.
Yeah, so at least we'll see. But it looks like he saved out, so it looks like there was nothing in there.
Trash. It looked like a hard container and maybe missiles. I couldn't see that first item.
But yeah, so let me put this all back together here. So really what had to happen is you had to get your invincibility item out of either Brinstar or Hera Basement. You had to then go to Spike Cave to get Gravity Suit after, Dark World Access and Dark Death Mountain and all that jazz. To get, after Gravity Suit locked the Various Suit and Pegasus boots, which were needed to get the lamp and flippers respectively. Oh, this is hurting my head.
I'm glad you remembered all that because my brain was just like, here it all goes. So Solsky just picked up his Various Suit and his Pegasus boots, so he's going to be going fast. Looks like Azur's heading straight for Turtle Rock.
Yeah, he's going to go straight for Floating Island and Turtle Rock now. Get those both off the table.
He's just going to open chests required to get to the big chest, and when he's done with that, he's going to bounce. He still has to go spend a little bit more money, and he still has to fight Golden Torizo, which is easy because he can just flute right.
Exactly. Yeah,
and then you're going to find a fire bar room, or fire snake room.
And there's plenty of, as far as what Asder can access, there's plenty of those.
Let's walk right into the back end of Skull Woods. That might be the easiest one to access.
Does Thieves Town have fire snakes?
Yes. Right after you go through the back door, you go through the big key door, get the key in the hallway right before the boss's room. There's this fire snake in the room right.
I wonder if that one might be faster.
Is there fire snakes in the entrance too? Underneath the bridges and stuff?
I think so. So yeah, I think Thieves Town might actually be faster in that regard.
Definitely going to be easier. There's definitely one in the front door. Right there.
Right
near the brick key, or the entrance, because you have to pick up a jar, and they're.
And Solsky fighting the Anaconda bot Wound.
Who's getting annihilated by charged plasma shots.
Yeah, plasma. At least, yeah, that's one thing that most of our runners do get the advantage of is when they're dipping Meridia here, they're only doing it once. Asder ended up double dipping, but it ended up paying off. I mean, the amount of time he saved overall with Boots Traversal and Variasuit and whatnot.
Yes, he's gotten himself a significant advantage at this point.
Yeah, at this point, you know, Maniacal is about to get his Bombos medallion, but has the Bombos medallion, I should say. What does he just have to do? He has to stun a turtle. He's done the Dark World dungeons.
He's gonna kill.
Oh no, wait, no.
He's gonna kill
His is
Enmola.
green. He's got to kill Dragon.
He's gonna use the Lower Norfair save station.
Yeah,
And
I forgot.
Because he has to kill Gold Trezo or Spore Spawn. I think they've all killed Spore Spawn.
I think they've all killed Spore Spawn too.
But he doesn't have his charge beam, so I don't think. I don't know. He may not have.
And there's the Turtle Rock Big Key. It was right in the front door.
I'm glad he didn't skip that chest.
So I want to say, how many keys does he have? He has one small key total. I think he still needs one more to get to the big chest.
Gosh, dang, those things hurt so bad. Worst enemies in the game, Chain Chomps.
Yeah, you're not kidding. 4 hearts on green male, although 3 on blue, to be fair.
Solski's fighting Dragon with charged plasma shots, and that's the only way he's going to be able to do it. Either that or missiles, because he doesn't have any other way to kill her. I guess he's got a speed booster. He could do Shine Sparks, but why? Why do that when you've got charged plasma shots? She dies so fast anyway. Maniacal is about to take down Dragon. He's going to do it the old school way with just missiles. A nope take behind Dragon. Asder's about to get his Turtle Rock Big. And boom, that's done. Now he's going to get out. He's going to go do. He's going to do another Whirlpool. He's going to spend some more cash. So I'm not sure where. He's probably going to go kill Golden Teresa right now, would be my guess. To answer a question in chat, finishing a room with a fire snake basically means that's the last thing you have to do is you get into a room with a fire snake and you've completed all of the other objectives, you win.
Yeah, and as we were discussing a couple moments ago, one easy spot that our runners could get to is in the front of Thieves Town.
So that's the third Whirlpool for Asder, I believe.
Yep, just has to spend some cash and defeat Golden Teresa, I think.
Which is where he's headed now.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way for us on screen to see how much they've spent.
Yeah, that's going to be something that somebody has to have to have kept track of. I don't know who's got it. Somebody has. He's going to be real happy to jump up there and see that charge beam sitting up there, though, and grab it before fighting the boss. Because now it makes it super easy.
Exactly.
It's like a great place for charge beam to be, right before you need it. And down goes GT. So Asder's very much in the lead here. I would presume he's going to go dump some money into the bottles.
Probably.
Or start gambling in the Lost Woods, but definitely the. Okay. He's going to farmer piece?
He might be a bit short. I'm checking through the VOD to see major changes in his rupee count throughout.
Well, he's done dig game, he did chest game, he did Kiki, Zora, bottle vendor. He's bought at least, I don't know how many potions he's bought. I'm
Well,
gonna guess that that's probably the end right there. How many?
yeah, that's another 360. Oh, and not sure what has gone on with Solski's end, but
He forfeited.
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it looks like he's actually already forfeited the race. It might. I have no idea.
That's unfortunate. Where is Astor going now? Is he really going to go into Mire to finish with a fire snake?
I guess so.
It's so far out of the way.
You know what? He's probably just revenge using the Bombos tablet.
I mean, I suppose. All he has to do is get past the first 2 rooms, right?
Something like that. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just go to Thieves Town.
There's fire snakes in Skullwoods and Thieves Town and Misery Mire and Swamp Palace, Gannis Tower. I don't think there's any in Turtle Rock.
Thieves Town, Skullwoods, and Mire. Oh my!
We actually just saw a crystal flash from Maniacal. He's got a ton of energy tanks and ammo. And there it is. Asder's probably just done. But yeah, looks like he's got them all.
Yep, I see his official SRL time right here. It is 2:12:26, and that is going to be good for first place amongst our community racers this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. GG's to Asder for that fantastic performance.
Excellent. Excellent run. Excellent routing. That Atologic check into Meridia was perfect.
You said it. Yeah, I'm looking back through the VOD, and I think it's safe to say that Asder spent the 1,500 rupees at some point or another.
I'm sure somebody's verifying everything. I'm not sure what Maniacal's doing. Is he farming for another crystal?
He might be? Yeah, because he's low on super missiles. So he can only do 1 crystal flash.
Yes, he did defeat Spore Spawn.
Yeah, we just checked it off on the trackers, on the map. But yeah, what a seed.
This is a crazy race. This was very, very different and entertaining.
Yeah, I always welcome the occasional change of pace when it comes to something like this. It's different. I mean, one thing that we didn't have to see at all was GT and Torium, which are almost always the same.
Mm-hmm. We didn't have any stupid, morph ball or moon pearl on Shaq Tool or anything crazy. Or suitless, you and I together have seen so many suitless Meridia plays. It's getting old, man.
That's why
it just happens all.
I was actually just saying 2 weeks ago, that luckily 2 weeks ago, the hard mode seed there did not require suitless Meridian. We were like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And he's getting ready, or Maniacal's getting ready to do another Crystal Flash, which it looks so cool. I just never figured out how to do it.
Yeah, and the threshold for doing this when you're taking DOT is pretty tight, because you have to do this while under 50 health.
Yeah, and he managed it. This is definitely a difficult place to be without various suit.
Yeah, this is even in hard mode, this escape sequence or this hell run to Ridley is not in logic.
Welcome aboard, Solski. So he's going to pick up his lamp here.
But yeah, just to reiterate that logic key, just to reiterate that logic requirement for, well, actually, we'll deal with that later. We have Asder joining us in the booth. GG, Asder.
Hello.
So that I'm pretty sure that what saved you and got you into the first place was the Suitless Meridian play.
Yeah, that was crazy. Finding out of logic boots and Baria in the left sand pit, and I wasn't even like, I was thinking of saves coming to both sand pits, but I decided that I wanted the opportunity to like reset out of Meridian entirely if it wasn't anything, instead of being stuck at the save. So I got pretty lucky.
It definitely gave you a significant advantage, because for the past hour before we found gravity, we were trying to figure out where it could be logically, because you had so many items after that were out of logic. We're just like, where could it be? Put everything back into logic, and finally we found, and that just finished it off. So, what are your thoughts about the seed?
It's hard to identify too many things about the seed when we're doing like a scavenger hunt thing rather than trying to beat it. But like, let's see, the card mirror was super important because we knew that book was on it was on the
Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, and because there's Night of a Floating Island, so.
Yeah, Floating Island, that ether tablet was a pretty big troll too, because it's like, hey, book is right here, but you don't have the mirror the first trip up.
Yeah.
Swords.
Yeah. I ended up going Dark Death Mountain at one point, thinking that other people might not want to go there without mirror, and also I don't know, it was pretty good odds that I was going to be able to open Turtle Rock with just Ether and Quake, but it turned out not to be the case. So the scavenger hunt for Bombos was really scary at the end, because it's like it can be anywhere, and I skipped some stuff early game.
So right now we are waiting for Maniacal to do Land Molus, Turtle Rock, and get through a Fire Snake Room. He still hasn't killed Spore.
I forgot to kill Spore Spawn way earlier, even like on the second trip to Big Pink to clean up the stuff I ran out of power bombs for. I still had forgotten, so that kind of sucked.
Well, it's so out of muscle memory for you speedrunners, and you guys just never go past it anymore.
It's kind of funny. I've been running Super Metroid all bosses lately, and that category does Spore Spawn. So you'd think I wouldn't forget, but yeah, most of the time, like in terms of checking items, you generally don't want to fight him even then.
Yeah, Maniacal had to burn his blue potion there just now because he was too low on magic to use Bombos.
I honestly don't think I can recall ever seeing a Spore spawn full progression in an SMZ3. I know it can happen, but I haven't seen it.
I don't think it can.
Maybe. I mean, you would know better than I do. That's for sure.
I know the Varia randomizer for Super Metroid, which is the most common one people use nowadays, that does have like Spore spawn exit logic where you can be expected to do it and get the item that lets you get out. But I don't think the randomizers that Total made himself are like that.
Oh, I do have a question for you. What made you choose Misery Mire as your firebar?
I had trouble thinking of a better one. I started thinking about Skullwoods as I was going to the tree to get my magic. But then I felt like going through the rooms, like having to go through the middle part of Skullwoods might be too slow.
To be fair, one we were talking about it, trying to figure out where you guys would go, and probably the easiest would have been one of the front rooms of Thieves.
Oh, I didn't think of that at all. Yeah, that would have been easier for sure.
Don't worry, I didn't think about it either. Somebody else did, so I just, I remembered it. Because I mean, there's only really so many places they are.
Yeah, the places that I remember fire snakes the most are Ganon's Tower, and that's kind of not a good idea.
The only time I really remember where fire snakes are is when I'm playing an Randomizer and they end up playing and being somewhere I really don't want them to.
Like right at the doorway.
Same with those giant yellow spikes. Those things are always on the bridges, but you need to walk past them. They're always right in the middle. So, does this seed give you a different feel for a nice weekly rather than just the normal run? It gives you a little bit faster run. Obviously, we're done probably an hour and a half before we would be.
All right. Meanwhile, Maniacal is going to check, or he might just be stealing the key here. Nope, he's going to check Vanilla Big Key chest. Yeah, that's one funny thing. We never found Ice Rod. Granted, we never needed it, but even still.
So yeah, when does he go back to Meridia to get the? And how many more runners do we have going?
Let me have a look. I do see another finish for second place, and that title belongs to Aussie 101 at 2:19:50. Do not see any additional finishers. We have Maniacal plus 2 other racers off camera still playing.
Excellent. He's going into Mimic Cave. Oh, this is a new shack. Let's see what's in here. It's amazing how much damage those mimics can take. Those are gorillas, I believe, and you think they look so easy to kill, but they're like 3 Master Sword swipes. It's ridiculous.
On the subject of Master Sword, not anymore.
Well, there's a Bacon Sword. I mean, I didn't think we'd see anything more than Master, to be honest, but sometimes that'll really help him with nothing he needs to kill. He's still going. He's gonna finish it. He's gonna finish out Turtle Rock because he's still looking for items. That's awesome.
Wait, what is he still looking for?
He doesn't know what boots are.
Boots and Variasuit, yeah.
Oh, that's gross. Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because he hasn't been to Meridia, or hasn't been to, he's killed Dragon.
He didn't do the sand pits. He just went in, killed him, and killed her.
Huh.
It makes sense to kind of rush the things that you know you need to do when you're only looking for one item.
Oh, yeah, I need the boots because Lamolus.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that too. Yeah, so looking at the bingo card, like, while racing was kind of funny, because I realized that people were marking Desert Compass, but they weren't going and defeating Lamolus, and I was like, oh, it's because the boots are in a really dumb place.
Yeah, they were in kind of a bad place.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I can't do sand pits with the gravity suit, never mind without.
Yeah, the just before you came in, I was just about to sort of recite the logic chain for getting that, like Boots gravity and everything behind it. So you had to either get do Hera Basement or Brinstar to get your invincibility item, and to get Burna you needed Fire Rod. Then you needed to go to Spike Cave after picking up Hammer and Vanilla Morph Ball. So that would give you Gravity Suit. Then it gives you Varia and Boots, which gives you Flippers and Lamp respectively to snap the whole logic chain together.
There's so many places you had to go. Like, there's no good dense item locations for this seed at all. Items were...
Yeah, Mini Moldorm was uncharacteristically bland given this week.
I mean, even Paradox Cave was trash, except for the sword and the silvers, which you didn't really need.
Well, the sword was in super money, to be fair.
Yeah, well, okay, fair enough. Same area.
I still find it hilarious that the other sword was on the shovel.
Yeah, we didn't even know where you got the shovel, Asger, until you dug it up. We're like, where did you get the?
Oh, shovel was in.
It was in Dark Maze, but we were like, I didn't even see you pick it up. I was like, where did you get? GG to Aussie in chat. He said his go mode was the sword that he dug up.
Go mode sword is funny to see, but I could totally see it.
Yeah, the other sword, which Maniacal just discovered, is in Mimic Cave.
And it's probably the fourth one's gonna be Ganon's Tower. I'm gonna get.
Yeah, it's probably GT. You know, since we're not seeing any credits, we are never going to know what is on that pedestal.
Nope. Could be a sword.
It's actually funny you say that, Aussie, because we found Varia, Boots, Lamp, and Flippers before Gravity, and we were scrambling to try and get the Gravity logic chain together.
We were running out of places to look for, because we were like, it could be K45, it could be Graveyard Ledge, and then it was like, nope, Graveyard Ledge is this, and K45 is that. So like, Spike Cave hasn't been checked yet, so it's got to be there, right? Or Hera's basement, because nobody had fire when they went through Hera. So that's the lower Norfair save station, right? No, that's emergency.
No, that's just a safety save.
Yeah, that's because he's only got one E-take. So yeah, make.
Yeah,
and I bet safe's coming to X-ray check if he hasn't done it yet.
Oh yeah, he's in Red Tower.
I don't remember what's in here, so I don't even know if it was checked.
I don't think it was.
I think I saw somebody go through here. Then again, I don't remember.
I know people went through Red Tower, but I just because of everything happening, I lost track of a few things. Yeah, it was tough for everybody involved keeping track of this race, but major shout outs to the trackers today for keeping on their toes.
Keeping us honest, because we were forgetting stuff left and right too. And Aussie's saying that X-ray was a bloopy, so thank you, Aussie, for that.
X-ray was a really slow check with kind of the scope of stuff that we had to look for and find, and the stuff we had open. So it was hard for me to justify it, even passing it later in the game. I felt like there were better places to go. And then I did stuff like go back for criteria supers, so I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, everybody went past there the first time, and everybody who went past it already had speed booster when they went past.
And I was ready to laugh hysterically if there was something in there, but luckily it was just a hard piece.
Yeah, when I was down to only looking for bombos, I was like trying to make a tally of like everything that all the like early game one-offs that I had skipped that could totally burn me. I skipped Pod Big Chest because I routed it incorrectly. Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. That when you went into the underground or the lower section where all the rupees are, you got the big key, then you came up, you went through the Harmless Hellway, and you just left. I was like, he just skipped the big chest.
I was gonna do it after I beat Helmosaur, and then I forgot until like right after I left, and then I was like, oh, you know what? That's whatever. It's fine.
Is Maniacal gonna? Is he really gonna charge beam plasma Spore Spawn? This would be awesome.
Why not?
Does he only have plasma?
He's got ice.
Oh, okay.
Charge
Yeah.
was actually in GT, and I don't think did he fight GT?
He's got it, so
Yeah, he did.
GT.
Yep, one shot.
That's so easy.
So that insta kills, but plasma by itself doesn't. It like barely doesn't kill him.
Oh, I love plasma beam.
I was kind of avoiding GT because of not having charge. I was just like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it when I have when I don't have better things to do. And then I just never did it.
Yeah, I was
till the
wondering.
end.
I saw that the first time. I was like, he's right in the neighborhood. Why doesn't he just do GT? And I thought maybe he wants more than 25 super missiles or something like that.
Yeah, maybe he's looking for charge beam to kill it easier.
Yeah, I wasn't looking too hard. It was just like there were kind of better things to do. At pretty much every point I was near there. And also, if I don't click the square, then the other people don't know about it.
Oh, so the other racers can see your bingo progression?
We actually had two rooms, so we had a room for the three of us on Restream, and then the other four people had a different room. But yeah, we could see each other's clicks.
Okay, so yeah, we're still kind of new to this to the bingo races, so we're still trying to grasp the inner workings, if you will.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's like the most fair thing, but I kind of felt like, whatever, it'll be fun. Let's try it out. I don't really care too much. But it was also a bit fun to I used other people's clicks to narrow down Mirror as well. Mostly I noticed that Maniacal was the only one that had it, and I felt like it wasn't that it was in a dumb spot, because he seemed to not have found stuff that was in other dumb spots, but I felt like it was just in a place that was like slightly off the main path, or maybe in the main path, but just nobody else had bothered to go there. So at one point I felt strongly it was in like Thieves Town area.
That's very interesting to learn the inner workings behind it, because I don't know jack about this kind of stuff. I love watching the bingo races because they're very entertaining to see the routing decisions that people have to make. They're like, okay, I have to go here and do this, and I have to finish here, so I have to be able to do this and that, and then get there. And seeing the logic chains fall together is really awesome. And unfortunately, right now, Maniacal is going to be looking all over the entire 2 planets, looking for the boots that he needs to finish the game, and he's not going to find them for a while. I don't know.
I think this has worse go mode or worse go mode -1 than just beating the seed would, because like you don't have to do everything. It's like very Triforce Hunt-ish, and I don't really like Triforce Hunt. At least with the bingo card, there are like you have some concrete things that you need to go for instead of it just being completely blind.
Yeah, if this were regular seed, we'd still be looking for Ice Rod.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
See, I feel like if it's a regular seed, I feel like we would have found it somewhere that was like maybe in the path, but not somewhere that the bingo card needed us to go. Like Swamp, nobody went Swamp because the card just kind of didn't really allow it. But Swamp's a crystal, so it's like normally we get. Oh, flippers are behind his boots, so yeah, he still wouldn't have them. But yeah,
Boots were in left side sand pit. Def King 1.
that's actually like this. Maybe this would have been Go-Mode flippers.
Because the flippers were in Bonk Rocks, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I got those flippers, and it actually like made me kind of want to stay away from flipper locations a bit because I knew gravity wasn't going to be behind them. But the only thing that really was hard flipper locked that I didn't want to do was Swamp, so it sort of worked out. But at the same time, the flippers really told me nothing. It made it a bit more convenient to do certain things like get back to the Meridia portal. But other than that, like the boots didn't really help, or the knowledge of where the flippers were didn't really help anything.
Yeah, they weren't hard required at all. I mean, you could do things out of logic to get to the checks you needed to do. So, I mean, it's kind of an interesting seed to have where you don't actually have to have certain items.
I also got pretty lucky finding Varia, checking dumb things like back of Meridia, because I'm pretty sure everyone would have like rushed to Hellrun Norfair because it had grapple and speed locations were required for the card.
And when Michael did do hell runs on there, as obviously you can tell by the card and where he is and what he's got.
I also knew like pretty much instantly where Ice Beam or Ice Rod was, because Solsky marked it really early, and I know he likes to go to Sahasrarla's closet really early, and it wasn't anywhere else that was early game.
That's very true. Solsky's the king of CAC and Brinstar skips. Seeing other people's cards actually is kind of a interesting way to handle things too, because you can deduce sort of the speed of which things are clicked or not clicked, depending on people being sneaky like you. Where I So where does he go now?
He might be checking the pedestal.
Yes, it does look like he's headed that way. So we're actually going to be able to find out what's on it. Could be the ice
It
rod.
could be the Ice Rod.
I'm gonna laugh if it is.
That's going to be hilarious. That'd be even worse if you didn't find the ice beam.
So wait, if it's Ice Rod, he could just go get it, I think.
I'm the
Oh my
cold
God,
rod,
it
I make
is!
things freeze.
It is the ice rod. Oh my goodness! If this wasn't bingo, this seed would have been awesome.
Are you sure you would rather prefer bingo over regular at this point now?
That would have been an oops all dungeon seed. Straight up.
I'm okay with this. Like if something's gonna be on pet, Ice Rod is probably one of the better ones, because if you have Ice Rod, if you're missing Ice Rod, if you're on an Ice Rod hunt, you're like doing everything else anyways.
Oh, that's funny.
That is perfect.
And so if he hadn't seen my finish time, like he should know from my finish time and Aussie's finish time that that the boots are not behind that Ice Rod, so I don't think he's gonna go get it.
I seriously doubt he's gonna go get it. He's only got 2 things left to do, and one of them requires boots. That's it. And that's the only thing that's holding him up right now is the boots.
Has he just avoided like most of Meridian?
Yeah, he went in there, killed Dragon, and left.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. That makes sense. But he's just got is Meridian the only thing he can do after this?
Aside from all the dungeons, yeah, I think so.
I'm assuming that he dipped Mire at least.
No, you were the only one who's been in the mire on the restream.
Okay. Well, that's still an option for him then.
And even then, I was like, "Why is he going into mire?" I mean, I know there's fire rods here, fire snakes here, but there's so many other places he could go.
Oh wait a second. He has bombos though. That's in Aqueduct. So when did he get that?
He got that when he was down there getting Dragon. He never went to the sand pit while he was down.
Yeah, that sucks because you need gravity. You need gravity to get the Aqueduct items. So that means he did it while he had gravity. So that means that he was in the area to be able to like do all that stuff reasonably efficiently. So he must have done it at a time when he still had like a lot of other stuff on the card that was attractive.
I think he was the last one. Happened. He was the last one to get Gravity Suit too.
I wasn't even expecting Gravity Suit to. Well, I was expecting it to show up, but I wasn't really looking for it at all. Yeah, I thought Mirror was in Spike Cave. I was thinking that's probably where Maniacal found the mirror. So.
I mean, it was in one of the caves that requires a hammer to get into.
Just trying to think of any like particularly notable oddities that happened this seed. We did have a lot of early safeties. We found like 3 bottles in 10 minutes.
Well, 5 energy tanks were done pretty quick too.
Yeah, that was like one of the first things everybody got, followed by the capacity upgrades. Those were like a non-issue.
And the heart pieces as well. I mean, they were pretty easy. Yeah, Crocomire, always betting on Croc, man. I'm telling you. Always bet on Crocomire. Because he's always holding something good. Either right behind him or in his area.
What did Croc have again?
The bow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I went there and I was just like, oh, I got this pretty late. I was like, everyone else probably had this before me, because I saw them mark speed and grapple in the card. But then I was like, well, I can one-trick pod, and they probably aren't going to do that.
I am kind of disappointed we didn't see Shaq Tool, though. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah. Poor fella. I wonder what he could have been holding today, too. Probably a beam.
Maybe wave beam, maybe spacer, but there's nothing of value.
Not at this point.
I think we've seen all 4 of our bottles. I think we saw the 4th one in the Norfair Escape.
I thought it was 3, but I may
I
have been mistaken.
Yeah, I have no idea. We don't track
Oh
this.
yeah, I think yeah, there was a bottle in Ellen Escape, and I didn't grab it because I had 3 already.
I think it had a B in it too.
Yeah.
So it's even less incentivized to pick it up.
Having multiple bottles is really good though, because it made spending rupees a lot easier.
Yeah, spending rupees wasn't too bad. You guys had no issues farming or getting rupees. I think you found most of the 300s. Oh, how much do you want to bet Maniacal's checking that green pendant?
Probably, because at this point he's just trying to find where his boots are, even though he walked pretty close to him and has no idea.
Yeah, I think green pendant is reasonable here. I think pedestal, knowing it's ice rod, is not really reasonable. Because like with ice rod, the only way you're getting mileage out of that is going and beating Trinex with it.
And he's already been in there. It'd be stupid to have to go back through the whole dungeon again.
Oh, so actually, no, not with it on ped. I was thinking like if you happen to get ice rod, if you happen to be able to get it before going to T-Rock, you have to do T-Rock Big Chest anyways, so it's like, I guess it's not that much extra to beat Trinex, but you do have to do all 3 pendant dungeons. That's kind of bad.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't see him thinking that it's required with our finish times.
He's gonna be racking his brain trying to figure out where them boots are.
I'm actually not 100% sure if he looks at SRL. But no, he's okay, never mind. He's looking at the card. He obviously knows I'm done.
He's gonna go turn in a green pendant, and I wonder what he's gonna do after.
I'm gonna giggle just a tad if it ends up being Wave Beam here. Nope, just more super missiles.
That's super green pendant for a green missile.
Where's he going now?
Did he do the? Yeah, he did the basement area. So he's going north.
He's not going to Ridley, is he?
He's going up, so I'm gonna say probably not.
Really?
Did you check Craig? No, he already did.
Yeah, we never saw Ridley today.
Aussie said he did Ridley and forgot other squares that were in the area. Like, I guess maybe he forgot the save. I don't know.
Aussie says that the worst meringue was at Ridley. Oh, he's back in Meridia, so he's getting closer. Gonna check.
Yeah.
Mama. Nope, not Mama Turtle.
He'll find it soon, I think. But like this bingo is very random, especially in Randomizer.
He's headed right for the sand pits.
Unfortunately, the Lanmolas don't count as fire snakes, so you can't combo them both at once.
That'd be awesome.
Lanmolas that are fire-based. Missed opportunity with the Lanmolas in Link's Awakening.
I'm sure there's one somewhere in one of these games. It's funny how the land mola in that was a red mail in the right sand pit. So that's what the red thing was that I saw. Oh, is he going to Shack Tool?
He's totally going to Shack Tool.
All right. Okay. Think he'll kill him?
Absolutely.
So I have won and lost several races based on which sand pit the items were in. And like in my situation, I felt like I didn't want to save scum it because I wanted to just reset straight out of there. So it was like super lucky the items were in the left. If they were in the right, then well, I probably would have gotten them like after Bombos, I guess.
Yeah, you always wonder in races like this, that tiny change in decision making. What might have been?
I have last locationed Quake in the right sand pit in races where I did the same play as I did here, and I just never went back to it. I did everything else.
Oh, just a power bomb. And there's a reset. And he's going to go to the left side sand pit and be very, very upset that that's where his items have been sitting for the past 45 minutes. I don't know when he came down here last, when he actually did kill Dragon, but it's been a hot.
So they stole the key to get the compass, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I started to realize. I think I realized that after I had finally gone into desert.
Maintaining composure. Very well. Nope, there it is. Power bomb.
Power bombing the various suit.
I understand. I don't blame him one bit.
Authorize this.
Thanks for nothing, Ped. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, authorize this various suit. Will ya? Alright, but yeah, now Maniacal's in go mode, just has to take out Landmolus and Fire Snake.
It's definitely a very valuable sandpit. I will agree with that, chat. But unfortunately, it took quite some time to get.
Yeah, if you counted both sand pits together, it was still pretty hype sand pits.
Yeah,
Pretty hype. Pretty. All
Go
things
ahead.
considering, it was a pretty hype Meridia.
Yeah, I mean, you had Space Jump, Varia, Boots, Red Mail, Bomba. All very useful items. We're running down, so he's probably gonna just take the mirror portal he just made, go back into Mire, and just jump to that bedroom where, funnily, Azure ended. That the one room that I wasn't thinking about ending in.
It ends where it began.
Interesting how that works. So within the next two minutes, I'd say Maniacal's going to be done.
Yeah, this will be over real soon.
Three silver arrows to the dome. And that's GG for that one. One more thing done. All right, everybody, get your GGs ready.
And with this, Maniacal enters the dot done and finishes in third place amongst the community with an official SRL time of 2:55.19. GG Maniacal.
Let's see if he'll come join us. I think he's kind of mad at that fire snake. He wants to kill him.
No. He's embracing the fire snake.
Yes, give me hugs.
He's not even Pegasus dashing to it. He's just chasing it around. Oh boy, what a seed, ladies and gentlemen. We told you at the start it was going to be something special, and boy, was it something special.
It was definitely entertaining. I'll give you that. I wouldn't mind seeing more diversity within the SMZ3 weeklies because they're very entertaining, and we are joined by Maniacal. GG.
Hey, thanks. GG.
So, how about them boots?
Yeah. Like, boots are basically the worst thing to last location possible. In the sense that not only do you feel bad because you don't have boots, but you also feel bad because you're really, really slow doing all the non-boots checks. So that felt real bad. But I figure that's probably where I lost most of the time. If I don't put Spike Cave off and then, because I'm so few items away, don't skip Sand Pits on my initial Meridia dip, then I probably am finishing at least competitively in this one. Like, I felt like I was in a fairly decent situation fairly early.
I mean, it was a good run, good race from everybody. You guys all put on a really good show. It was a very interesting way to have our weekly done this week, and I look forward to seeing more variety in the future.
Yeah, it was a fun thing to do. I don't know if I like it more or less than a typical run, honestly, just because it feels like it has just as much capacity to just like do miserable things like that.
Like the ice rod location.
The ice rod was fine. It was exposed. It was on pedestal. It was not bad to find. Because book was very easy as well.
Yeah, and book required mirror, so it's like, I guess depending like
Yeah.
what you do Skullets, you have a pretty good shot at getting that checked.
Yeah, I did Skull early, but I mean, knowing I needed to go back to get the book to get Ether Tablet anyway, with the bingo, like Ice Rod wasn't that bad because I was going to be prioritizing finding or like going and getting the book, as opposed to putting it off because with book behind mirror, if you didn't need to break Ether Tablet, then you very reasonably could have just said, screw the book, I've got mitts and mirror and flute. But yeah, it wasn't too bad.
That's true. Well, did you were you able to do any metagaming of the squares that other people were clicking?
Yeah, I mean, like I saw, I figured either Ice Beam or Ice Rod was either in Blue Bryn or Sash, and I was right about that. From the early Ice thing, I figured, I guess you were blue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw that you and I probably were doing Bryn Loop at about the same time. based on kind of the general texture, and I felt like I was just like a couple screens behind you for a little while doing very similar things, just based on when you were doing certain things. Like, let me see if I can't remember.
I can't remember anything that stood out to me about Bryn Loop.
Yeah, I was worried that I had really exposed the boots lock in Desert by clicking Compass and not Landmo. But we had said that you have to click once you've done the thing. So I was pretty sad that like I had to shout to everyone that you don't go to Desert.
Yeah.
Like that was really feels bad. That was the metagame piece that I felt the worst about.
That was I didn't think about that too much. Because I guess like I didn't find the mirror early enough for that to be an issue for me. Like I was looking for it for a long time. But seeing that you clearly had the mirror and were marking off those in green and nobody else had it, I felt like, judging from the other stuff that you were also doing, that you had just taken, a fairly common route and found the mirror and not too far out of the way, but in a place that maybe Solsky and I hadn't gotten. So I was really thinking, I was strongly thinking either Thieves Town or Spike Cave, because I put Thieves off for a long time. When I got Dark World access, I wanted to buy bombs to check my bomb capacity.
I felt so good about that mirror find because like that cleaned up my routing a whole bunch, and so I was able to backtrack and have a really efficient route. Actually, the mirror was the find that I felt best about the whole run.
Yeah, the mirror was I felt like I was struggling on it personally. I think I was the last one to find it probably, but it was one of the like big things that, I need this the most, and it'll just break open the card for me basically.
Yeah, whereas I was like, okay, I just need. So I spent a long time looking. Like I was almost positive that boots were not in Turtle Rock based on when you did Landmo versus Turtle Rock Big Chest. Like I was, but I decided not to metagame that and to just complete anyway because I was so far behind looking for the boots. But like I was 99% sure that the boots had to have been in one of the early things that I had skipped, and I wasn't sure what those were. But I felt like Gravity was deep enough, being in Spike Cave, that it wasn't likely that the boots were behind Gravity, and so I got really punished by that one.
Well, they weren't behind Gravity for me, I'll tell you that much.
Oh gosh, well, okay, that makes some sense.
Okay, so when I went into Dark World, I did Hype Cave. I bought bombs from the bomb shop, and I was just like, I don't often do this, but I'll route Pyramid into Catfish, since it's like scavenger hunty type things, and we'll see if I turn up anything useful that might not necessarily be needed to beat the seed, but might help with the card. So like you aren't fixated too much on like your crystal dungeons necessarily, because you don't need to do all of them. So I'm like, okay, this seems pretty good. And then when I did Catfish, I was like, well, this is a dead end. I don't really have anywhere else to go, and I do need Whirlpool pairs. So let's go back and fake Flipper into the Catfish. Meridia portal.
Yeah, I fake flippered that as well, except I did it on the way up on the tail end of my Meridia check instead of going back and checking the sand pits.
I see.
So I went front to back through Dragon and then was like, okay, I'm going to dip out, leave just the sand pits platform.
Okay, that makes sense, because I was wondering how like you found Bombos. You seem to have found Bombos pretty easily, and that was my go mode.
Bombos was really tough. Like I checked both medallion requirements and was like, I was Bombos and boots away for a long while, honestly.
Okay.
Like I think I might have been go minus Bombos and boots faster than anyone else, but I don't know about that. I don't know because it depends if you consider the gravity as required or not.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for gravity at all. Although I knew there was kind of a limited number of places it could be, because like I even got lucky with which items the sand pits were in. Because like when I did the back of Meridia, I wasn't too serious on it. I was just kind of like, let's just trawl through and find some extra items. But I didn't save scum the sand pits because I wanted to reset out. I didn't want to be stuck at that aqueduct save.
See,
So
I
I
did
just-
save scum them, but I did right sand pit to shack and then left, and I was going to do to plasma, and plasma was the absolute last location for me across both games.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like at that point, you were at the end of the seed, basically. So
Yeah,
like when I went through there the first time, I was in like there was still a lot of stuff on the card I hadn't done. So I go down left sand pit, just because if there is something good there, then it's faster for me to get out that way. And it has variant boots, and I'm just like, oh my god, there's no way anyone else has this.
Yeah, that was just a real beating. I just did some farming and did some crystal flashes because I had a billion E-tanks, because I was grabbing a bunch of E-tanks early. And then I was like, well, I don't have Varia, may as well do these hell runs. And I was honestly pretty sure that the boots were going to show up at GT, because I thought it was fairly likely that a bunch of people had done suitless GT and gotten their boots there. But that was not how it went. But like, oh, actually, I didn't check PBs of Shame or Ridley, because I never had gotten the Varia. So if I found Varia but not boots, that was going to be awkward.
Actually, believe it or not, we didn't see Ridley at all this seed.
Nope, nobody went down that far.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, because this mode, especially this board, I don't know if this has like a destroy X statues type tile, but really disincentivizes doing bosses other than potentially Fantoon. Just
I
because,
felt pretty bad about Rexit turning up nothing except like the pearl at the very front.
Yeah, I thought about turning around with that pearl and leaving, but I was like, no, there's so many items. My movement is so much better for Super Metroid right now, so I just want to prioritize the game where my movement doesn't suck. And then, like, it was completely blank. It was an efficient route, though, so at least it was a full clear. Yeah, this was interesting. Think I'll probably, run it back if we decide to do it again. I'd be interested in doing this again and seeing if I can not last location the boots. But it presented some fun choices. I felt really bad killing Kraid for 2 items, just because I was like, well, if these 2 items are nothing, this is just a giant waste of time, even though it's such like a no-brainer on a typical route. So there was a lot of stuff like that going on.
I didn't think about that at all, really. I just kind of killed Kraid without thinking about it. I don't think it's that slow.
It's not that slow, but at the same time, like, those aren't fast checks, right? Like, I've got the whole world ahead of me, and I'm going and doing Kraid for 2 slow checks.
It's hard not to think of those as free.
I agree, so I felt like I was priced in, but at the same time, if I'm like trying to really pull items per time, I think like maybe routing differently and putting them later in sequence makes sense. I'm not sure though.
I also didn't have Dark World access. I don't think I had any parts of my Dark World access when I did it, so I felt okay about it.
Where was that first glove? Was it
Eastern
Eastern? It
Palace.
was Eastern.
It was an Eastern.
Eastern Palace and Hype Cave were where the 2 gloves were hidden.
Yeah, so the first one was Eastern. That was my Dark World access, which showed up later. But then I left Eastern with the glove after the first 2 chests were items.
Oh yeah, so did I.
And
that was one of the
then-
things I was worried about later.
Yeah, then I had to go back and kill Armos when I was looking for boots, and then went and like turned in Green Pendant off Meyer, and it was a mess. Because I put off Meyer for so long because there's such a clean endgame route for this seed, where you just go to Desert, kill Landmo, go do Meyer 2, and then like in the big chamber in Meyer you're done. Because that's like such an easy fire snake to get to. And so I was eyeing that for a long while and trying to stay out of Meyer on account of it, but it didn't work out. I ended up basically triple dipping Meyer.
Well then, is there anything you gentlemen want to say before, anything else I should say you gentlemen want to say about the seed before we wrap up?
Not really. Just thanks for having me on the restream. Thanks for the commentary. Sorry for keeping y'all around for like an extra 40 minutes while I dirtled about and tried to find the boots. But eventually I found them.
Think nothing of it, man. It's quality entertainment.
Hey man, honestly, I'd rather watch an SMZ3 match than an ALTTP match any day of the week.
Well, that's what I was betting on. Was hoping that people were at least having some fun with me struggle bussing through and hunting down those boots. Thought we might see some locations that maybe some of the other runners hadn't gotten to.
We haven't been able to see our SMZ3. I haven't been able to have my SMZ3 fix for 2 weeks, so I kind of needed it.
Fair enough. Well, glad I added 40 minutes of content then in one quadrant of the screen.
Ice rod check.
Yeah, that was a fun one right there. That ice rod, and well, either way, GG's to Ashdar and Aussie and Solsky. I don't know what got him on this one. I'm sure I'll see if I watch it back. But yeah, that's all I've got. Thanks.
All right.
Good luck in the SM playoffs later.
Oh yeah. Good luck, Ashdar. I'll see you in like 4 hours or something like that.
Yeah, 3.5 hours.
Okay, well, I'll see you shortly.
All right. Well, with that is going to conclude today's episode of the Super Metroid: A Link to the Past Combo Randomizer weekly race. If you want more A Link to the Past Randomizer, we've got 2 matches in progress, with one about to start very soon. We have a match going on Channel 4, Weighty Words versus Big Dunka. We have a match going on with P-Train versus Divisines. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Divisines on Channel 5. And another match starting in just 5 minutes on Channel 1, Asclepios Rod versus Fatboy 300. But if you're looking for more SMZ3 rando, our next match will be a hard mode, more traditional hard mode race tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Further Link to Past, we have a ton of races coming up in the next couple of days. There's, as he said, the one starting now or has already started. There's another one starting soon. We've got another one later tonight. And then a whole bunch more throughout the next couple of weeks, because it's the bracket stages of the tournament, and there's games like 24/7. So if you ever get your hankering for ALTTP, look at a Speed Gaming channel. I'm sure one of them has it at this point.
Yeah, expect your follow alert feeds to be pretty flooded with SG going live alerts. But if you are looking for more Blackout Bingo, our next planned match for Blackout Bingo will be a hard mode run on the night of Monday, December 23rd. So if you're looking for a little holiday bingo, that might be a good place to stop by.
That'll be fun. I'll join you for Christmas then, maybe?
It depends on if I'm traveling or not, but we will see.
Well, I'll be here because I got no life, so I'll be here. Definitely.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, with that, I don't believe we have anything else to say. So, from myself, Semperfire Dog, and my co-commentator, Captain MB13, and all the volunteers and people at Speed Gaming, thank you for showing up. Thank you for enjoying the race, and hope you find some more fun later on.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.